now, but still, for the people that sometimes watch our streams after the session, welcome. We started a bit later today because some of us couldn't come exactly on time, and don't make that face. And we bring a bit of sad news at the beginning of the session. Josh's grandma passed away this week, and Josh is a good friend to all of us. He makes the sessions really fun, and he's like a big part of the group, like everyone. And we thought to give a bit of respect to his grandma, we're going to do a minute of silence, the starting of the session, before heading on to the wacky bullshit that you guys are probably going to do. So I'm going to mute the bots. And Josh, before that, if you want to say a few words, it's up to you. Or do you rather just go straight into the minute of silence?
No, thank you all, whoever is viewing this either now or in the future. This group of guys that I'm with, Frank heading up everything, Matt, Nick, Sam, Mike, Tom, each one of these guys is fantastic. And because of them, my grieving process has been massively eased. So I appreciate all of the condolences and stuff, but these guys are amazing.
Okay. So let's do a quick minute of silence, and then we'll head back into the session. Okay. Thanks everyone for that. I think it was a good thing to do. At least I feel like it's a nice thing to do.
Now that we're done being serious,
Now that
I
we're
go back to my fuck shit. God damn you, Josh! You didn't say my name, you bastard!
I said Zay.
He did say that. Yeah.
He did say that.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
At first, at first, it actually didn't. It didn't sound like he said his name, and I was like, "Wait, did he actually say his name?" And then I went back in my head, and no, he did.
Yeah, I didn't hear what was like, you bastard, man.
Oh, we got our first
I
host.
got you.
Thanks for the host.
Was it Josh?
No, it was the cosplay thing who also always watches our streams.
You have a cosplay thing that watches our
I don't know. The name is Façon Cosplay, which means do cosplay in English.
Oh. Alright.
Very cool.
Well, now we have to do a cosplay episode.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, everyone else, you need to get
Oh, Zay's
costumes for
on
your
it.
characters. I'm already set, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so-
And that person
Let me go get a leather jacket.
that
Okay.
person has just commented, giving you his condolences, his or hers, Josh.
Thank you. condolences.
I mean, alrighty then.
Much appreciated.
I've
So
already done my cosplay. We will now be accepting donations.
that is not kind of as a cosplay. You actually have to dress up as Thor. You have to use a lot of makeup for that shit.
I just need a leather jacket. And I use this filter. I'm not going through more work than that.
No, we're gonna go through more work. We're gonna
Yeah.
get you in
Fine.
full tiefling garb. We're gonna
Yeah, you
put
need
you in a
Prosthetic
crown.
horns.
I need a Winchester.
Absolutely, and we're going to get you little Roombas on military-style tracks.
I
which
have
will
one. I
actually be
already
able
have
to
one
travel through the
Roomba.
forest. No, we're going to put you through hell and high water, my friend.
How do we make a Roomba have a mace attached to it?
That's
Simple CGI.
Sellotape.
okay.
That's actually more work.
Okay, so
Well, I went into engineer for one reason.
last week
Mace Roomba.
you had a close encounter with the Black Lotus, and the Joker sort of saved you from the leader. Yeah, the leader of the Black Lotus.
I think it's more terrifying the fact that he saved us. Do you guys agree?
In its own way, it's a bit. Just doing the general like story on Instagram to see if we can catch any viewers.
Yes, Matt, the Roomba flying. It is my final goal as an artificer.
I saw it the other day and like instantly thought of you.
I sent it here the other day, I think.
Oh, did you?
I think, yeah, last week. Yeah. At the beginning of last week's session, we were talking about the Roomba flying.
Okay,
That's fair. That's probably it.
and you got teleported into the desert, and you found your way into this
Thoritopia, yes.
yes, we call it Thoritopia, this hidden city with a golden tower in the middle of it. You proceeded to explore some of the town, and you found a few dead bodies that you sort of identified as similar to God's ones.
And we finished off by finding that forge, right?
Yes, you finished off by completing a puzzle and opening up a forge within the tower. What are you doing?
I mean, first of all, clearly hiding the boner from seeing the God Force show up.
I mean,
Second of all, analyze it. Like, is there anything magical about it?
Can I try and fail a perception check massively to make sure I don't see that?
Cross, thank you for the host.
Try and fail.
Yeah. I want to fail. Don't let me see that boner.
I mean, you can roll an Arcana check.
Alright. 21.
There's definitely something magical about it, but your mind cannot understand it.
Oh. Incomprehensible eldritch horrors.
Hey, Nick. Mr. Nick. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Hamish. God. I sorry, I was meaning to go into character. Mr. Hamish, I feel like this might fall under your purview a little bit more than anyone else.
Forgive me, I completely got sidetracked by somebody messaging me. What are we doing?
The magical God Forge.
Yeah.
Oh, the forge! Hey, can I take a look at that? What do you
It
want me
is
to roll?
definitely magical, hey.
An Arcana check.
I do not know what kind of magic.
Here, have some help with it.
Although it's an easier check for you, still seems something you don't understand.
Wait, Are there any runes on like the anvil or whatever other things are here?
Yes, there's quite a few runes.
Okay, so this has to do with rune magic. Anything similar to it on my book, or is this ancient? Okay, so this is ancient rune magic.
With it, I can't remember. I might have rolled for this last week, but is there any kind of like religious thing associated, like any religious knowledge associated with a forge? You know, is that a thing, like a religion or something, or a long lost tale?
Make a religion check on that.
Okay. I always ask about religion stuff because it feels like I would, but I also have terrible religion.
The one thing you found about this was the book that said something about the forger. Religion
Oh,
wise,
yeah.
you can't really
It was a 4 as well.
perceive what it was.
Can I, looking at this forge, seeing many runes surrounding it, are there any ideas that a druid of the natural world would recognize, or are there any little markings that might hide themselves to a less discerning eye?
Make a investigation check on that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's intimidation.
Yes.
Investigation is actually worse.
Tell me your secrets.
Intimidate the forge into speaking. What are you?
I was angling towards perception because I was, well, yeah. Oh well.
You just walk up to the forge. Where is she?
Can I? So there are runes like all over this thing, right?
Yes.
Maybe if we don't understand what these runes are or do, we could potentially take rubbings of them to ask someone more knowledgeable at a later date.
That is a great idea. They are definitely ancient runes, but what they do, I cannot determine.
You hear footsteps, all of you.
Just before that, a question about the force. Is it just an anvil, or is it also like a smelter next to it?
What you can see is the anvil with a hammer on top of it sitting. That's all you can see.
So there's nothing to smelt or.
Nope.
We
You
hear
footsteps. Yes.
I am pre-casting Primal Savagery.
Taking out the gun.
That was a double not 20. Jesus.
God damn!
You see
Frank, can I cast my latest healing jig from the wine glass?
yeah, you see as you focus and the new found glass fills with watery liquid, and as you drink it you get the temp HP.
Very cool, actually.
Ooh.
Very strong.
Several poggers.
I think I made his item different than Sam's, but maybe as strong. Maybe as strong, and that terrifies me.
Ah yes, I have accidentally unbalanced. Oh no.
Okay. A man appears. He's dressed in a simple brownish cape. His hair is mostly like he is bald up to half of his hair, and then he has long hair falling towards his back, and a long beard that almost reaches his belly. He walks with a wooden stick, and as you look at his face, none of you can quite perceive which race he is. He has like ticks and hints of different races on his face.
Oh,
Almost
no.
looks like a mixture of them.
He's the 3.5 half race option. He's half everything.
Oh. Visitors. It's been long since anyone's been here.
Does his accent spark anything?
Not really, no.
It's not indicative of any particular empire or region,
Nope.
Yeah.
which is probably weird in itself.
So it's like an accent no one's heard before.
Not quite. It sounds.
Is it all of them at once?
It almost sounds like he has sticks of every accent.
Yeah, makes sense.
Even the ones that some of our characters have not heard and others have.
This
Yes.
is an inhabitant of Thoritopia.
Uh, who are you? s- I've not seen anyone here ever, to be honest.
What was the guild name? I kind of forgot.
Which guild?
Our guild.
Oh, it's
the FBI or the CIA?
the WCS. And then you had something.
Oh yeah.
Yes, WCS
Yeah,
Incorporated or
WCS
affiliated,
Solutions.
something like WCS
So-
Solutions.
We are a band of adventurers forced out into the wastelands of time who have muddled our way into this existence. Who may you be?
They call me Eric. So that's Eric with a K. If you try, if you write
Is this
if you're writing
RK or
ERIK, Eric.
okay?
This is unrelated, but we need to get business cards.
We'll work on that when we get.
I
there.
have well, this has not always been my residence. I stumbled in the desert and I ended up falling here. At the time, I broke my leg. I had to heal, find a way to sustain myself around here, and I just never left. Been here for around 30 years now.
May I ask why you never left? What is there here to make you want to stay?
Well, a lot of people I used to care about left. If I'm going to be alone, this place seems as good as any other. I don't get bothered. I have enough place to build my own plantation, survive. It's nice to think and meditate.
You are not bothered by the dead bodies.
At first, I was terrified, but within this building, there's none, and on the back as well. That's where I have a small agriculture field going. I mostly eat vegetables anyway, so they had a few.
I would just like to
Very
inform you. I have
interesting.
trademarked the name Thoritopia. Welcome to my kingdom. It is trademarked.
Well,
I would not take it.
this has a different name.
That does not matter. What is it, by the way?
The City of Gold.
Actually, it sounds. Sorry.
The City of Gold.
Oh, gold.
That is a much better name.
I take issues with that.
I found it on
Good. Take it up with the E CEO.
a small plaque upstairs, near the crystal.
Who is the CEO again?
We'll figure that out in a minute.
There's a plaque upstairs saying the City of Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Is it next to that big crystal?
Yes, just below the big crystal.
What is the big crystal?
I have no idea. But
What is the big
but it seems like it lights the whole cave system. It almost works as a second sun.
Very, very interesting.
Wait, now
Eric,
let's say second
what
son.
time and what happenstance do you believe you come from the outside world?
He said 30 years ago, didn't he?
Yes. Well, I've never had a home. I've traveled all around the six kingdoms.
Did you at one point call one of the six kingdoms your home?
I would say the closest one to being my home would have been Moromore. Sorry, the Ni Empire. I had a daughter there. Well, one of them. She was, well, she suffered a lot in her life. Like most of my sons and daughters. They were always fighting. They never got along. It almost turned them apart sometimes.
Are they?
Is he telling?
Are they the
whole
ones that
truth?
we've been seeing lying in the corridors?
I wouldn't assume so. When I came here, they were already here.
Those bodies are way older than he is.
Was
Sometimes
he telling
I've
the truth and the
funny
whole
things.
truth?
Make an insight check.
I feel like there was part of that statement that was left out, but that is just a gut feeling.
If he didn't share something, it's probably something he's not comfortable with it. He seems very truthful in what he's saying.
Okay. Well, Mr. Eric, if you would mind, if you don't mind taking one of these, I hand him a green and red small rectangular object with WCS Solutions on the front. And then on the back, it says our business card.
Oh,
More things to learn and determine.
He just druid crafted them.
I'll keep them. And you see him put it within his sleeve.
When
A
Thori sees
sleeve
the
of
bus-
holding.
When Thori sees the business cards, he just goes like,
Well, you don't seem threats. You just seem like travelers.
Yes,
If
apologies
you-
for the dripping acid on the floor.
It's all right.
I may have gotten a little bit wary of
It's-
someone coming down here.
If you look around, it's almost as if the acid has never been there. As you look on the floor where the acid fell, you'd expect to see like a small dent, but it just looks like it's nothing has ever fallen there before.
Hmm.
Eric, you have been here for 30 years, correct?
Around so.
Do you know anything about this forge here?
I didn't even know it was here.
I really want to make a Roomba on it.
Wait, you've been here for 30 years and you didn't know this forge was here?
Well,
we pulled the levers.
Not everyone has a death wish when pulling levers in an ancient city.
That's fair.
Anyway, I was just checking if I had to defend myself. I will be heading back to my vegetables.
I would love at some point to see these lovely vegetables of yours.
You're welcome to. If you follow that corridor to the back, you'll be able to find me. If you need anything, I'll try to help in what I can.
I believe I still have a little bit of steel.
And you see him head towards the back corridor where he came from.
Oh, you still have not sent me the thing about that special bar I picked up.
And I haven't sent Mike the whip thing.
Yeah, but this has been sent like when we got to me.
Jesus, I need to do
It's
that.
been that long.
I need to find it.
I only remember it when I'm about to make things.
So just so you know, Mike, the whip works this way. It works as a 1d4 slashing. But if you want, instead of doing slashing damage, you can try to grab one of your opponents, and they have to do a dexterity saving throw. If it hits, they have to do dexterity saving throw of, I think it's 10 plus your...
Dexterity plus proficiency?
Yeah, dexterity plus proficiency. If not, they fall...
Just a dex check.
If not, they fall down prone. And the reach is 10 feet. And we have to check the metal things later.
Yeah, I want to touch the hammer.
Sure.
Oh, of course you do.
Is that wise?
Nope, that is not valid.
I love how when Sam like says something is like, is that wise? You really sure you want to do that? Every time I touch things, I get transported into a parallel universe.
This is why I
I'm
have
going
negative
to
wisdom.
try and stop McNulty from touching the hammer.
I mean, you should see me in the other campaign.
I have -1 wisdom. This is the right move for my kid.
As you touch it, nothing happens.
Does this hammer also have runes on it?
You can't pick it up though.
I can't pick it up. I can touch it, but I can't lift it.
It does. It does have. It does have some runes. Runes on it.
It's Mjolnir.
Does it look secured to the thing in any way, or like the surface in any way, or is it just like, just resisting being picked up?
Yeah, it just
I
doesn't.
want to cast Identify on the anvil and hammer.
Okay, you cast Identify.
I do that as a ritual.
Make a Wisdom check.
A wisdom check.
Because we're casting spells.
Uh, no. Inside this, the effect doesn't.
Inside down here, the things in port.
Yeah.
The anvil is probably gonna curse me. Do it.
You feel as like energy starts like reaching towards your brain, and you get pushed back with energy, and you take 20 psychic damage.
Fucking hell.
Okay, that should be a warning to us all.
We haven't taken a.
That looked
No.
awfully painful. Maybe we shouldn't touch that.
Thank you. Some reason.
You did perceive something as you grabbed it. It felt like almost as the power of a universe.
I want to touch it again.
Power of the universe.
I don't
Unless you wish
think
to
so,
die.
my friend.
Unless you wish to die, I do not recommend touching it again.
All right, a little rest.
What it felt to you is like, so the mana that you guys feel around the world is not pure mana. This felt like pure mana.
Pure magic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Whatever it was pure magic.
Did I give out key? I think I did. Wait. Just remembered I can do a thing.
Okay.
Algia is gonna walk towards the anvil,
Alright.
and she will cast Identify. Because I can cast spells through her.
The algae is controlled by you, right?
Yes, but she doesn't take psychic damage, and we're not linked mentally. So I don't
Wait,
take.
then how do you
I mean,
control her?
We are linked mentally, but I don't take damage through her.
You can't perceive anything through Identify.
Like nothing, or nothing like what I felt before.
Nothing like what you felt before.
So just absolutely nothing with Algia.
Emptiness.
Interesting.
You
Ignore the hammering, please.
At this point, I feel like that hammer, excuse the pun, has been beaten one too many times for right now. I, for one, could use a little bit of a nap and possibly a better look around our surroundings before we decide to, pardon the second pun, play with fire.
Yes, perhaps that Eric can put us up for the night.
Yeah, what time is it? I don't even remember that.
I think it was quite late when
at-
we approached the settlement.
yeah. At this point, it would be around 4 to 5 a.m. So the sun would be rising outside, but
Oh, yeah.
you don't have that perception.
Yeah.
You know, it would
But,
be near early morning.
Definitely take a long rest.
Yeah. So I'd say you would wake up at around 2, 3 p.m. From what you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
approximately.
Let's find some better staging. Are there any other things people want to get done before we go to sleep preemptively, or shall we find a place to sleep now?
I'm still debating whether or not to animate some of these corpses.
I feel like if you sleep on it, your answer will be quite certain. However, if you want to do it before you sleep, you can save that extra lovely spell majigger that some people call it slot. Very, very tempting.
I think that's. I think I'll sleep on it. I think I might be able to have a better idea in the morning. Yes.
Did he get scared with me shaking dice and rolling them, as he said?
Think about incurring the wrath of God.
Or the DM, which is technically God in this
Well-
campaign.
I've just realised I've got a spell that can help me make the decision. So
Oh.
Okay. The night goes by uneventful.
Farewell.
Oh, wait, where
Zenhab
did we go
again.
to sleep?
Oh, that's up to you.
Did we just sleep in the chamber?
I want to sleep next to the anvil.
You may if you want to.
I have a tent.
You have not explored the tower, so you don't know what there is in the tower.
I only care about the anvil.
I'm not feeling too fantastic about sleeping outside, but also sleeping in this room makes me feel a little bit queasy. Anyone else have an opinion here?
If anything, this room feels like one of the safest we've been to. Magic functioning somewhat normally is reassuring.
Okay. Just for the sake of keeping my fears down, would people be interested in keeping watch as the night progresses to make sure that we don't have any unexpected visitors in this safe, quote-unquote, place?
Well, Eric's been here for 30 years and he seems like he's seen nothing.
We just met Eric.
That is a fair
We
point.
do not know.
Yes, as you said, we have only just met Eric, so staying with him equally might be incurring some risk. So, I think watches are in order. I think that's a good idea.
Well, I'll take first watch.
I will.
I'll take the second watch.
First watch.
Okay.
I'll take one of them, I guess. One of the later ones.
The night goes by. It seems. Actually, who is doing the last watch?
I think that was me. I was the last to speak up.
Make a perception check.
Maria is with him because she doesn't sleep.
Okay. So what was that? A perception check?
Mhm.
Sorry. Is that advantage because LG is helping, or is it not really much?
No, not really on this case. For
Fair.
what you're doing.
Okay.
She can perceive things.
You hear a small, like a chime, coming from upstairs. It rings almost evenly every 5 or so seconds. It's like a small bell being hit.
How many times does it chime before it stops, or does it not stop?
It goes, if you're waiting for it to finish, it goes on for about 6 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, I think I just
1 p.m.
This would be around 12, between 12 and 1 p.m. Yeah.
okay. And it's just, and it chimes every 5 seconds for like 6 minutes. That's a lot. It's not like chimes on a clock.
That is
Yeah. In that case, I just make a note of it. I'm not gonna go investigating on my own.
Okay. So you heard the sound from straight up.
But yeah, apart from that, I
But-
just.
Apart
knock it
from
out.
that, the whole night is uneventful. Well, night/day. You wake up at around
Yeah.
between 2 and 4. You're not entirely sure. And you wake up in the cold ground.
Ugh.
You know, like as you wake up, you were a bit tired last night. You notice that there's a weird aura to this place. Seems like if the walls, the ground, the columns, the stairs, they feel like they have a different like feeling to it. Maybe visual, but at the same time, it feels like your whole senses get soothed by it. It's like
Soothed?
a light melody for all of your senses.
Oh, okay. And in the morning, I'll let everyone know.
During my watch, there was a sound. No immediate danger, and I felt it unwise to investigate on my own, but a chime every few seconds for several minutes. Above us, a floor upstairs, possibly. But I left it. Perhaps something to investigate today, if you want.
Maybe we should.
That
How
sounds like a fantastic idea.
how urgently are we trying to get out of here? I mean,
I didn't know we wanted to leave.
we
I'm not-
we have a job to do.
Hey, we're not doing
Place is
anything here. We just found ourselves here. I'm up for getting out as soon as possible.
I agree that leaving is on the agenda, but there is also no immediate need for extreme haste. Looking around might be worth it while we're here.
Yes, I feel like some investigation, if only cursory, might render us a little bit more information about this place and how it became to be so uniquely situated.
Okay.
Naldo reaches
Looking
into the
around
bag
the
of holding
room.
and pulls. Oh,
Can I look at? Is there like iconography, frescoes? Anything?
Around here? No.
Yeah.
On the bottom floor, there's nothing except the forge and stairs and corridors. There's two corridors. One that led from the entrance where you came from. The other one where you saw Eric. And then there's two stairs, one on each side, but they seem to just because it's like built in. So imagine like there's a hole in the middle, and then there's like circles going up, and they're like, from what it appears, they're single rooms, from what you can see. Like as if each floor is a single room, open in open space.
Naldo will reach his hand into the bag of holding, feeling around for one of the 14 fried lizards. Pull it out and say, breakfast, anyone? And hold it out sort of at distance to drop into someone's hand.
Thordy's not here, but I assume he immediately picks it up.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
I'll definitely chow down on a fried lizard. And I might take the opportunity to cast a spell. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna cast a ritual spell. If I may.
Yeah.
Sort of like after breakfast, before we really get going. I'm going to after I've eaten, so I create a little space in front of me, and I take out. Do you remember the like flayed grung skin that I had?
Yeah.
Right. So I take that out and I lay it like poisonous side down on the floor. It's like probably pretty dried out by now. On the floor, and then I take out some like just what seemed just like a mixture of animal and maybe human bones in my hand, and I'm going to just scatter them a few times across this like mat that I've made with the skin as I ritually cast augury.
Nice.
Which is a smell that lets me figure out if something's a good or a bad idea, basically. Wheel or woe, good or bad, or both. I basically think about a course of action that I might take. For example,
Okay. What is
casting Animate Dead on a god skeleton.
what is the so that's the course of action that you're perceiving?
Yes, the course of action is attempting to reanimate one of the corpses that we found in this place. And I am, looking to see if the bones tell me wheel, woe, or wheel and woe.
You get a mixed, so you get a bit of wheel and woe, but it feels like the woe sort of is the woe the bad? Yeah.
Woe is bad, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like the woe sort of like is a bit stronger than the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you feel like you might understand something, but you might also get fucked by doing it.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
He
Well,
just
that answers
cast
my question.
augury to check if he was gonna
Oh,
animate the dead.
that's divination magic, isn't it?
Yes, Thori, your fried lizard is right next to you. I see that you were relieving yourself.
As you guys wake up, you hear the chime again. Every 5 seconds.
We all do now?
Yes.
There it is.
Roughly what time is it now?
Between 2 and 4. You're not entirely sure. It's hard because it's always light within this sort of space.
That's the sound I was describing.
Right, well, we're all awake now, so
We should go investigate that. But before,
Yes.
I
The,
hope
the,
I-
bone, the bones told me not to animate any skeletons here, so I'm all up for an adventure upstairs.
What do you mean exactly that the bones told you? How can bones tell you things?
Well, bones are I suppose, an embodiment of death. They are an ideal gateway between the veils between life and death. It's almost a perfect way to allow beings of death to communicate through them to our realm.
Did you ask the bodies here if they wanted to be brought back?
It's less about speaking to the bodies themselves, although I can do that as well. It was more about asking the powers that be, Alta specifically, if this would work out in our favor, allowing him a small, limited avenue of communication.
That is cool. Now, I will do the thing again.
Actually, before you do that, please don't touch it. You are quite tendon. You tend to hurt yourself quite easily. Hold on, please.
hey, how about I do it and we, prep for me to take the least amount of damage possible.
That, or
Oh.
we have someone with some kind of high.
By the way,
wisdom.
I forgot to tell you, Nick.
Also me.
The
No, actually, wisdom's terrible. Not me.
the temporary HP lasts until you lose it or until the next dawn.
But we
I
did
figured.
it at 4 a.m., right? He used it at 4 a.m. So,
Yeah, so it should still be up at this point. But dawn it wouldn't be 4 a.m. So at this point it would have already disappeared.
so, yeah.
You would know that you don't know this. Doesn't have as much protection as before.
Who else can cast Identify on the thing?
That's true. I also can't cast that.
I
anyway.
cannot, but I have reasonable mental fortitude.
As soon as you say I cannot, Thor, it just goes and casts identify.
Make a wisdom
I'm like
check.
halfway to taking my ring off to give to him, and then I'm like, ah, fuck.
Make a wisdom check.
I'm back on my fuck shit. 3.
Fuck shit.
That was max damage.
Oh,
Hit
no.
me.
You sorry,
I'm-
almost max damage. You take 37 take 37 psychic damage.
37. Do I feel the same thing I felt the first time?
Yep, pure mana. Your body, it's basically what you feel is like your body can't handle the mana that is inside of it and sort of like fucks a bit with your brain.
Yeah, it's a good flashback.
Your body is being mana handled.
Smoking too much mana.
Yeah.
I stand back up. After I take a nap, I will fuck you up.
Oh shit.
No, no.
Thori,
Yeah,
I
but
believe
why
I
pick it
heard
up?
once. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, go on. Sorry.
I believe I heard once that the definition of insanity is trying the same thing repeatedly, expecting different results.
Thori just looks at you. Yes.
Have you considered that if you want a different result, you might consider doing something different?
That might work, but what if next time I identify harder?
I don't.
Somebody just
necessarily know.
tie him up in the corner.
Yeah. Okay. I'm on that. I'm
While
gonna
we're
cast
talking-
Entangle on his ass.
Yes!
No.
Uh,
Do I
I'm standing.
Yeah,
with
you,
him
you
and
need to make a
what do I
strength
need to do?
strength.
the anvil.
It's a
Strength
strength saving throw of 15.
4. Strong 4, however.
Strong 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
strength four,
restrained for a minute.
concentration up to a
Wait,
minute.
No.
Mhm.
I like to be tied up, but it is not like this.
Every 6 seconds, you can make an action to try and break out of it, but for the next minute, you are in the timeout corner. I'm going to Druidcraft a dunce cap on you.
Nice.
I think
While the shenanigans in, can I try and pick it up?
pick
You-
up one.
You can't pick it up.
The hammer. I can't pick it up.
Yeah, we can. I'm just trying to identify it. I've also tried.
Yeah,
picking
well, I
it
was
up,
thinking
but
if
it doesn't
you can't pick it, like someone else might be able to pick it up. You can't. It's not necessarily.
work. Maybe.
I was just curious.
And so it's not touching it that hurts you, it's specifically trying to
I
understand it.
Specifically identifying that hurts.
Yeah.
Touching it is fine.
Two things I would like to try with possibly Hamish's help.
Let me just-
One, I don't know how these rings work, but can we move them between people?
Yeah, as long as you know which
Oh,
one is taking damage or not taking the
Yeah,
damage.
yeah,
Don't we need to
absolutely.
To attune to the ring.
Yeah, you need I think you need an hour of attunement for it.
Yeah,
Let me
no,
check.
no.
What if
Okay.
we try pulling different levers?
Aren't the levers gone?
that
The levers
Yeah,
have,
no, no.
have dropped under.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does require attunement.
The levers dropped in the showed the forge.
those are definitely both options. I was angling towards the idea that maybe one of
Scalamius.
Faust or myself might try it, and then the other one have the ring. Probably specifically me having the ring of pain, and I give him some more extra little wise bits of encouragement by casting enhance ability to maximize our chances of understanding.
Scalamius cannot pick up the hammer, by the way.
Fair, yeah.
Well,
But
I,
Josh, can you- oh, go ahead. Man.
as I said, I cannot learn this identification spell, but I can detect magic in a broader sense, understand schools present. It's not quite the same, but it might help.
It is definitely magic. It's all rune magic.
Can I ritually cast detect magic?
Yeah, you can.
Then yeah, after 10 minutes, have a nosy at it.
Okay. You detect magic from it. The
Yeah.
amount of magic from it is something your brain cannot process. Schools of magic? Oh, I mean, I could call it a school. Universal School of Magic.
Sure. Is it kind of like
Everything.
If each school is like a color, I'm just seeing like white light
Yeah.
against all of them at
The-
once.
Yes.
Chromatic orb of
Yeah.
detect magic.
So he'll sort of finish casting this, like he probably like takes a bone and like sort of like moves it in front of his eyes, and when he finishes, like they flash with like black energy, and then he'll glance towards it and immediately go,
Oh fuck! That's bright.
Did you see the color thingy?
I certainly saw the color thingy. Yes, I saw all of the color thingies. In fact,
It might
This-
look
this
like
may
we have
be-
met a formidable match.
This may be a bit outside of. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw this out there. We've seen these bodies lying around that we suspect may be gods. What if this forge, if it's as powerful as you have been saying it is some sort of creation device that the gods use? As in,
Wait,
Oh,
everyone, I have another idea.
you're not about to try the same thing again, are you?
Not now. What if I use it? I make a Roomba on top of the forge.
Okay. Elaborate on your idea, please.
I make a Roomba and see if it comes out with any special attributes. Or if it does the blasty thing again.
Are you looking
guys hear
for
me?
a specific attribute? Oh, hey, Mike.
Is it
Oh
as
my
good
goodness.
as
I
what it does?
think-
Have you been
Sorry,
muted
I
this whole
was,
time? I thought you were just
No,
quiet.
I've been muted. My somehow I got switched to my camera webcam and like it wasn't picking me up, so I was saying stuff, but it wasn't.
Oh
being heard.
crap! I thought you were just being quiet. Sorry.
No, no.
Uh,
Actually, I actually tried to. I realized I wasn't being heard when I immediately tried to touch the thing everyone's touching. Once I decided I needed to know what the color thingies were.
Okay.
Are the colors similar? The colors I saw, is it similar to any drugs I've tried before in the past?
Nope.
Oh shit, this is
So,
not even LSD.
Nope.
Yeah.
is it the forge that everyone's touching?
Yep.
Okay,
it-
I touched the forge.
It
Nothing
only
happens.
reacts if you try to identify or detect magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
As you touch
Even
it,
with
nothing
the
happens.
detect magic, I didn't take the damage. I was
you
just
didn't.
like saw a blinding light for a
Yeah.
second.
He was
I got
blinded
none
by
of
the
that.
light.
so yeah, I was thinking. So what if this? What if you have to be a god or have to have some sort of device to use this? If this is as powerful as you seem to think it is, I don't think any normal person would be able to use it.
Maybe there's a book about it.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Ah, well, maybe we should go search the city surrounding us to get a little bit more information.
And
Hold on.
while you do that,
How
I'll
about
make
somebody
a
just
Roomba.
blessed by the gods? Because
Oh, that's also a good
Well,
shout.
I'm kind of beloved by the the god of getting hammered. So it is a hammer, and I'll do a quick pray to Nat, and then reach out and try and lift the hammer.
Nothing happens.
God damn it! I really hope that would work.
The gods like
you wanna ex-
cruel tricks, not
Do
smart
you want to
tricks.
explore some more?
Yeah. I think what
I-
they
Tower and all that?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Just before we leave, in case we don't come back to this room,
And I just get Skelemaeus to real quick take some rubbings of the runes that we can see all over this thing.
Yep.
I will
Um,
be helping you by casting Druidcraft and creating little molded pieces of earth that can be used to actually harden into physical manifestations of those runes.
Nice.
That's a good
Yeah,
shot. Yeah, you're able to do that. So you're heading to the
Yeah.
you're heading to the next floor, right?
By this
Yeah,
time
let's do
I'd be
that.
free, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to begin making a Roomba on top of the thing.
Great.
That's
I'm
good.
heading upstairs.
That's gonna take you a while the others go upstairs.
Yep.
Thori,
Right,
I
but
feel like you should join us. Yes. I'm going to try and physically stop Thori in the middle of his Roomba making.
This will take a couple of
I just pick him
hours.
up and put him over my shoulder and walk off.
Nice. Mine
I'm not even gonna say a strength check for that because you win the strength check every time. The dwarf just picks up the big.
It's quite funny because I'm like 4 foot and he's like. say,
Passive
how tall
strength.
am I?
5.
Yeah, I'm 4 foot nothing.
As
he's
you
like
reach
6.
the first floor, you
Yeah, your
see
strength doesn't matter if you have nothing to brace against.
you see quite a few markings on the wall, as Tom was saying earlier that he was looking for. Most of them like seem to be like they don't seem very readable at this point. There is an interesting one though. It depicts a water source under this building, from what you can tell. That's mostly what there is on this floor.
Flint, is this your area?
Flint, be muted.
Holy shit, plumbing is finally being actually useful. Like,
Hey,
really fucking useful.
Can I take a look?
Yeah, you
It's
can.
actually surprising how often plumbing comes up to be like useful.
It's actually, this is the most useful. But it is useful.
I mean, I got
What sort
I
of-
think Mario's so OP.
on Z's campaign. I got proficient in making tea, and that has gotten me out of a lot of shitty situations. Checking up.
Nat 20.
From what you can see, it seems like it's maybe an underwater river or lake of some sort beneath this building. You don't know how to reach there, though.
Okay, I'll convey that. I'll convey that to the group.
So it is not true plumbing.
I need to reward that nat 20 anyways.
It's a kind of plumbing. I mean, there's different sorts. This one's a bit more, well, large scale, I guess.
You gonna move to the next floor?
Sure.
As you
Hey,
reach
not
the
seen
next
anything
floor,
interesting.
you see a large mural on the wall. You see many people, different races, different different races and vestments.
Are they
And
doing something?
on the center there is a forge, and a man stands on top of it, forging. Maybe.
That's it. We have to stand on top of it. That's what it is.
I will stand on top of it while I make the Roomba.
Also, detect magic lasts 10 minutes. Would I still have that up?
I mean, you feel faint magic all around you, but nothing that would.
Fair. Okay. But yeah, I guess I'll just, whenever we go into a room, I'll have a look around with magic eyes.
Afterwards, there's only one more level. You take a while to reach because it's a lot of stairs. But you reach the room where the crystal is. The crystal almost feels blinding in the place where you are, and you hear the chime. Underneath the crystal, there's a rod floating, like a fishing rod. And instead of a hook at the end, it has a small chime.
I take a close look at the chime.
It's like floating in the middle of the air, so you can't really reach it since it's like falling. So you can't really perceive. You have to grab it first. You have to reach it or something.
Oh, I was
Can
gonna
I
flick it.
fly up and examine it?
Yes, that you can. Make a perception check.
Don't touch it.
I've got written down. I've got advantage on perception sight. I can't remember what gave me that, or whether it would still be lingering.
I don't remember. I remember you saying that.
I only can think of invincibility, and I have not cast that on anything today. That being said, here, let me help you take a look at that.
Here's a thought.
Yeah.
Can I examine it by using the Book of the Hidden, which has information about my surroundings, my immediate surroundings? Talk about chime and things here.
Okay, make it a religion check with that.
Oh, okay.
From your travels, you have heard of such, the representation of such a chime, of rod. Wait, let me open my deity
Chime of
list.
Rod.
My deity list.
Who's Rod and why is this chime here?
Where is it? This
So first name Rod, second name Chain.
this seems to be the rod depicted in the story of Susa, the god of sea and storms, from the Morimori religion.
Huh. I remember somebody interacting with sea gods or something like that. Wasn't it a thing one of us was doing?
That was I was praying to the god of thunder, but
thunder. Okay.
And storms.
Wasn't she one of the gods that?
That's
was
the Riaza king. God, not a Morimori god.
Alright.
And he's also dead outside. So
Oh.
That is a doornail.
Can you ask him some questions? Do you have that ability?
I can help. I can team up with Faust if we drag him inside.
Oh yeah, Faust. Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
You see, as like the rod sort of rotates in like while it's floating, and sometimes you see that the chime sort of starts ringing every now and then.
When Hamish flies
Did
to
my
investigate-
19 perception check pick anything up, by the way?
It's hard to tell. There's something strong about this item.
But it's ringing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to say something. On the water that you saw downstairs, there was also a depiction of this.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna go investigate that for any clues to what we might do with it. Is there somebody on the mural? Is there anyone or interacting or whatever? Like
No,
to give
it just shows on that same mural the rod near the water.
Oh, near the water.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to bring it near the water.
Question: when Hamish flew to investigate, was he still holding on to Thori on his shoulder?
I'd say
put you down.
Or that, yeah.
Okay. As soon as he puts me down, I start running downstairs.
Oh my god.
As soon as I see him start running, I'll lightning lure that bastard.
Yeah, do that.
Wait, does lightning lure do damage?
Yeah, you might go down here. You're down. If you don't make the save, you're down.
I'm down.
It's like a DC 14.
Strength
DC
save.
14 strength save.
And then we can spare the dying, and then he'll remain unconscious.
He's not. He doesn't die. I think he still takes the damage, doesn't he?
Do I take half damage?
No.
Okay.
Also, he only takes damage if he ends up within 5 feet of me.
Can we not kill each other, please? That would be most inconvenient.
I still cast an entangle.
Okay. Now you need to make a new save for the entangle.
Strength saving throw DC 15.
Yeah, we're entangled.
I have a grasping arrow, but it's 2d6 poison damage.
I'd like to think I would have done it in a way that didn't give him damage, because I would have waited for him to get to 15 feet and then pulled him 10, so he didn't end up within 5 feet of damage.
Yeah,
So
because I'm nice like that.
I'm gonna take out a rope out of my bag, hand it to Scalameus, and have Scalameus tie you up and hoist you over his shoulder.
Brilliant idea.
He's entangled, so I'm just going to say that's an instant
I'm
success.
going to use Druidcraft to try and increase the tightness of the
You can't move it.
We have very certain that there is a Thori in our party as long as the skeleton is here.
Is he like
devise some
C-3PO
sort
and
of
Chewbacca's back
Pokeball.
at this point?
We devised like a Pokeball in which we could contain a Thori, and then just like throw
There
him
is a
out
spell
into
for that.
combat.
There's
You're
magic
just
light for
gonna-
that.
You're just gonna end up throwing me in the bag of holes.
Yeah, that's the point.
I mean, that's
Well,
sort
we
of
need
the
a way
best
to
option.
if we can create something that produces air and put it in there with you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Go, sorry. Use flintlock. Wait, what? That's not fair.
AK-47.
That's not fair.
Thori is an explosive type Pokemon.
Yeah, his only move is explosion.
He only knows. He just has explosion 4 times.
Fireball.
And given 8 hours, he may craft a Roomba to sell.
Yeah, as he gets put on Skelemaeus' soldiers, he goes, Algia, help! She just like stares and tilts her head. God damn!
If she tried to help you, I would just use divine intervention to stop her from helping you. You know that. Algia would start developing an actual personality.
At level 9, I think, I can actually give her a sentience.
Oh.
This is her starting to develop it.
She's gonna be sassy as all hell.
Oh yeah.
Probably. She does do one thing. She enlarges her form and tries to pick up the skeleton like a baby and carries both the skeleton and Thori around.
Enemy skeleton used to wrap. Okay. So, are you gonna grab the rod? That sounds very kinky in my head for some reason. Nick.
Why not? It's a day for bad decisions. Well, before I do, because I'm not an idiot, can I take another drink of Dwarven Courage?
Yes.
As he's preparing, he can grab the rod, but I cannot make a room on the
You
magic
get
hand.
7 temporary HP.
While he's drinking his Dwarven Courage, as soon as he finishes, I will tap him on the shoulder and say, "You got this."
Oh, yeah, you don't know the side effects yet. You're not supposed to know anyway, but...
He now goes, there's side effects? Alcoholism?
There's side effects to all of these items. Okay, so...
Yeah, I'll try and grab the bloody hook.
You grab it, and nothing happens. You just grab it.
Okay, I try and carry it down to the others so that they can try and examine it.
So Thori just yells, "Oh, that's bullshit. The rod is fine, but the anvil is magic."
Of course, it's bloody magic.
Then, what if someone casts detect magic on it? Does it also shows the colors?
Yeah, presumably with my detect magic that's been going, the rod is glowing.
Yes. Mike, do you have advantage on the investigation?
I do.
Okay. So from your detect magic, you feel hints of different different magic. Let me open the schools of magic.
I mean, you don't have the song memorized in your head.
No,
So,
not yet.
So
so you
the
feel
wand is not like the anvil. It doesn't show all the schools.
You feel conjuration. You feel a bit of evocation. Bit of transmutation. And yes, those are the schools that you feel.
Conjuration, evocation, transmutation. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nothing too much of a surprise.
From your investigation, Mike, you find it is as Josh described. Was it Josh? No. Who did the roll? It's you. It was you actually. It just feels exactly like the description you have seen of this item.
All right. Well, considering the mural. Perhaps it relates somehow to the water underneath this place. I'm wondering if it would activate somehow by being down there. Give us any more indication.
What did you want to check? Sorry.
Well, I was just sort of mentioning to the group
Okay.
that could be a thing.
Oh, I love this playlist. Okay. Yeah. Are you gonna go and try and find the hidden cave?
Yeah. Who are we? Does the group want to do that, or more than one person?
Well, I'm being
I
held
don't
by
have
a
the- I don't
skeleton
have
and a big robot, so
Right. I don't have the rod, so I'm just suggesting this course of action. I'm gonna go check it out by the water.
Hey, I mean, seems like the appropriate place for a fishing rod. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
catch something big. Let's go.
well,
I'm hungry.
I would like to begin a short rest.
Yeah, you can short rest while you're up there.
I'll get kind of while holding the skeleton like a baby, and me on the skeleton's shoulder kind of like swaddles us, and I fall asleep.
As you reach downstairs. How are you gonna go about finding this cave?
With help. That's how. I will
Let me-
walk up to Ayaro's shoulder and say, "Hey, look, if you're looking for something, let me know."
Yeah. So yeah, I'll with Naldo's guidance, can I do an investigation?
Yeah.
All right. I think I have a button for that. There we go. Investigation.
Okay. It takes you around 30 minutes. But as you come outside, you find a bit west of the tower, you find a small entrance.
That's actually supposed to be. Wait, why did that? Oh. Not that it matters. I was just trying to do that right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Supposed to be
The 16 would have been enough for this.
Roll
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
thing
yeah.
for guidance. That's neat.
Are you gonna all go in?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Althea follows.
As you go in, you enter this cave. Even though it's a cave, it's well lit. You see water, and near the water, a dead body, skeleton, kneeling down with one hand on the floor and the other hand trying to reach the water.
This feels like some kind of warning.
Wait, how dead? Like, are we talking
Skeleton as the ones upstairs.
If he's a skeleton.
From your religion check from earlier, it would be still enough. Mike, you recognize this as Susa.
Ah.
Do we have any questions we wish to ask this Susa? I could perhaps attempt to bring a semblance of them back for but a few minutes.
I'm curious what this position indicates as to what Susa was doing at the time of their demise and why they how they came to their end.
They might know about the hammer and anvil as well.
You're from Morimori. What do you remember about Susa? Is he friendly? Is he kind of a dick?
Yeah, that's a good
Make a religion check on that.
Nature of things and not the religious iconography, so I'm not sure if I have too much information as I do a history check. Yeah.
I mean, from what you know out of your head, is the younger brother of of the god of give me a second. of one of the gods of the sun.
What are they the god of themselves?
So from Josh
Or do we?
Josh and you would know that there's two gods of suns. There's Nar, and Yeon. Nar from the Morimor religion, and Yeon from the Ni religion. From like the shared knowledge you two have of the religions, you would know that they're they have different tasks, so to say, when it comes to the sun. Nar is tasked with keeping the sun as it is, and Yeon is tasked with helping the other planets rotate around the sun.
But what about Sota, the one?
Oh, Susa he's the brother of Nar.
Yeah, he's the brother, but I think it was Matt who asked what's he the god of?
Oh, I've told you earlier, storms and sea.
Oh, okay.
From your recollection of the religion, he would have been driven out of the family because he was a bit outrageous in his behavior.
Sounds like an interesting cool dude.
He's actually, this god is based on one of my favorite Japanese deities.
So I think it would be pertinent to ask about the rod and perhaps the nature of his demise.
Since he's Storm and Lightning, is he Susanoo no Mikoto?
Yeah, he's Susanoo no Mikoto.
Faust, how many questions are you able to inquire about of these ones?
I believe I can instill a semblance of life in them long enough to ask. Fuck, where does it say?
Pour through.
I think it. Yeah. I think it's 5 questions, but I'm just trying to double check. Yes, up to 5 questions.
Well, in that case, maybe one of our questions is, how did this place come to be?
Josh, as you are, and like we're having this conversation, you look at the water, you feel something from it. You can't quite place it. It's something on the back of your head that's tingling.
I quickly reach back there to scratch the itch and then realize that it's not scratchable, and then focus all of my willpower and attention at this water.
As you
trying to perceive.
Look at this water, you almost cannot see the water. The water is so transparent, it almost feels like there's no water there. The only reason you know it's water is because there's like small oscillations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can somebody determine the potential arcane nature of this water here? We dealing with magic here?
And as you look at it, you feel like you've seen similar water to this before.
This water may be natural.
This is like the water in that dungeon, weird water.
That one weird water.
Oh yeah.
The library.
The non-important things that the DM put that then they actually matter later on.
Water in Thor's mouth. See what happens.
What? Thor's still asleep.
taking a short rest.
Taking a short.
Because I'm going back to my fuck shit when I wake up.
But yeah.
The downside of letting Thor get a nap is then he says energy when he wakes up.
So I give you a bit more of like it's like a small lake and small-ish, and you see that the body is almost touching the water but not quite reaching it. So he's on 4s, but one of the hands is reaching towards the water.
I'm interested in what he has to say if we want to do that.
All right.
discovery before investigation, I'm all for it.
I can revitalize them for about 10 minutes, so we will have time to discuss questions if our line of inquiry changes halfway.
Wait, are you guys about to cast Speak with the Dead on a god?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Go to sleep.
Thank God Tony's asleep.
I'm
Why,
being
is he not-
I'm being nice here. Are you sure about that?
He's about this way he doesn't waste one of our questions with "Are you interested in cleaning your under the underworld?"
It has to be me asking the question.
Okay, good.
Also, didn't you get a woe from your weird mumbo jumbo about doing
That was
this?
reanimation.
That was from animating them as a skeleton to do my bidding. This feels a little more moderate.
Okay.
Oh god,
I'm
it's gonna do
sold.
necromancy on a god.
Necromancy moderation.
I'll
Is
just
it? Yeah, of course it's not.
Every time I think you guys can't surprise me with something stupid, you're able to like go a step further.
In the words of
So what was
In
the
the-
necromancer
no,
supposed
no,
to
no.
do when you give them a
In
dead
the other
god?
campaign, one of my players reached the crystal and smacked it with a snake belt. I thought there's no way these it was snake belt. They have snake belts.
Oh.
the entire party had matching snake.
Here's the thing. I thought maybe no, this party cannot do something worse than this. But apparently they can. Okay
I don't know what
then.
you mean. This is a
Worse
great
is
idea.
in the eyes of the beholder.
In the words
Literally.
of Tori, we are back on our fuck shit.
Okay, so you're gonna cast Speak the Dead on it.
Yeah, this I can only see this going well.
Okay, make a wisdom check, Fost.
Check or save?
Save, yeah.
None of your previous comments sounded like any kind of harbinger of doom.
Okay. You're able to remain
That's a
sort of.
third nat 20.
You're able to remain sort of conscious, but you see as something comes out of the body and it enters you, and you lose complete control of your body.
So just fast.
And you see as Fost sort of like drops his head down and lifts it up. You hear a voice from him, but it's not his usual voice.
Sousa?
You're conscious of this, Matt, but you're not able to control your body at all.
Okay.
Water.
Oh wait, I have
Water. Make another wisdom check, Matt.
Can I use my goblet to scoop up some water?
Okay, this
from
is-
the,
This time you were sort of like being able to hold. You were not in control of your body, but you weren't like losing control of your body at the same time. This time you completely lose control of your body, and you see as your body starts to move on its own. It almost feels like a puppet if you're being controlled as a puppet, and it grabs the skeleton and throws it within the water.
Oh, okay.
As it
it grabs the Sousa skeleton.
As it does, you see as the skeleton, the water becomes a bright blue, and the skeleton dissolves. A loud explosion is heard,
Oh man, what have we done?
and then make a last wisdom check.
When you say last.
Last of your life.
It sounds menacing.
Probably.
How much HP do you have?
A number.
Enough.
Not enough.
I'm gonna roll 60. I'm gonna roll 60 tens, by the way.
Okay.
That's livable. You might go down, but you'll live.
Survivable, right? Yeah.
Oh, Matt, check general.
52 HP.
Fuck.
52. I go down. I had 45.
Still lives.
Demonic possession, yeah.
Demonic possession, necromancy.
This might be worse than demonic. I don't know. I sort of like thought of something like this, but I have not like quite planned. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this.
This also happened in the other campaign, but they
No. This one is worse than the other campaign. In the other campaign, they threw the body in,
Yep.
which was what's supposed to happen. He did a worse thing. Oh fuck! I don't know.
Does the soul leave Foss's body?
That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
Just so we're like aware of like what this spell does, is like it's not actually a resurrection.
I know what it is. I know how Speak of the Dead works. The problem is necromancy.
Spirit, and his spirit is so powerful that it took over your
Right,
body.
right. The fact is, you've sort of created just any sort of line of connection given to a being that might have the ability to grasp onto that and do more than the average dead thing.
It's like you used Raise Dead on a demi-lich, and it became a lich again.
I kind of see it more as he's just annoyed a really grouchy fucking spirit out there.
He's just
like,
really thirsty.
You disturb my slumber. you.
You know that moment when you wake up in the middle of the night.
Okay, Matt. I have decided how to decide this.
He's gonna roll a d20.
Roll a d100 for me, please.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, is that the percentage of your the key?
90.
Exactly. He's either really dead or really alive.
Right?
Or really possessed.
Turns out he's only mostly
What kind
dead.
of statistic makes the high number the bad thing? One.
You feel as your hand sort of like you're conscious for this at this point, Matt. You feel as your hand dislodges from your body, and you all see as is opening of like it opens and a hand like sort of like crawls out.
Wait.
Do you want to describe your hand for the party? Because I don't think they've seen your hands before.
Did hand just yeet itself out of his
So
body?
my hand has fallen off. All right. So yeah, out of this black cloak, a like avian clawed hand. Like, is it like moving? Is it scuttling?
Yeah, it's like walking.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it crawls its way like black corvid clawed hand with very like almost sharpened claws on the end with like sort of clusters of feathers that have like tried to grow on it, but it's very patchy with like scars and burn marks and lesions where he's tried all sorts of like weird experimental surgeries on himself, like just all the way along it.
You see as the hand crawls up to the water and it dissolves as well.
His hand is gone.
So this is how it works. The lower you rolled, the less of your body you would keep.
Oh. So, like, if I rolled like under 50, then I would probably be really, really fucked.
You'd either be dead or had no legs.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't say no legs. That's gonna bring up the D&D wheelchair argument. Fucking hell.
No, that just means we have a new person that needs the broom of flying.
It's like constantly using the broom of flying.
I think I could make him an artificial leg.
You could technically do.
I could probably make him an artificial hand.
Just starts floating menacingly.
Could you make him an artificial Roomba of flying that he stands on to just levitate everywhere like the Emperor?
At this point, you're conscious at 1 HP. So this is how it worked. The roll of the die was to see, are you going to lose a part of your body? If you lose all of HP, you were.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was the D100 to check how much of your body you would lose.
Wait, is he conscious? Or did he...
He is conscious. He is conscious.
So I'm at one hit point, you said?
Yeah, you're at 1 hit point, but you're in extreme pain.
Maybe one of us should grab that.
Is this creature still like...
No, the hand is like...
Is it still speaking?
No, the creature is gone. You don't feel it in you anymore.
I say the
hand.
creature.
The
It's Suta, you know.
Yeah.
It went to the hand.
I'm going to rush over to Faust, and while doing that, I will cast Healing Spirit right in front of
Wait,
me and proceed.
this actually might trigger something. Let me open my deity list. But keep going while I think about this.
Oh no.
Okay.
And I will
You
proceed
summoned
to
an
walk you
optional boss.
in a
or something.
circle through that to give you the Healing Spirit effect fully.
Oh, hell yeah! Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Faust is probably just like coughing and wheezing on the floor, you know, at this moment. Probably not really able to summon speech.
Yeah, so that didn't go well.
There's two people lined up on either side, just rolling him back and forth in between the holding spirit.
Yeah, like I know this was a fucking awful, terrible, awful decision and outcome, but I'm fucking living for it. This is great.
I would just like to say, good job, Tom. Great meeting.
Thanks.
Yeah.
20,
oh wow.
25,
I'm not entirely sure how Flint reacts to this.
26, 27.
We've gone through so many weird things now that I think it's almost like
Flint's just standing there, mouth open.
32.
I'm still asleep, but when I wake up, I will be very angry about someone hurting my bird boy.
Yep. 32.
32 hit points. Oh, amazing. Thank you. And what's the plus 40?
No, that was just me trying to do the math to see.
Everyone deafen
if I
except
can reach
Matt.
that mark.
Okay.
Everybody what?
Deafen.
Oh.
Sorry guys, I've fucked shit up real bad.
Yeah. No, love.
Okay. As you are in like your pain, you see a vision. Wait. Give me a second. I need to check the info on this guy. This was a god that I was not expecting any of you to actually have any interaction with. Okay. You see a man appear. Handless on one hand, and a clawed, almost woven on the other one. On it, it holds like a scythe. The scythe sort of looks like it has a scythe, and then on the bottom part, it has like a half moon blade. He's dressed in like traditional knee collars. Make a religion check.
Okay. I'm just gonna switch whispering on.
Yeah.
Okay, religion.
Yeah, that's enough for you. You would know this as Adalet, god of justice.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, this is a god that I mixed. It's two justice gods mixed into one. So you have Set, the Egyptian god, mixed with Tyr.
Ah, okay, cool.
Okay. You would know that this god has cut off his hands to repay a deed he did in the past of wrongdoing. He appears before you. Another handless fool. How quaint. So, child, let me ask you a question. What is justice for you?
For me, justice is undoing the wrong of birthing life into imperfect forms We are created in this world to suffer and die. I dream of a world where no one suffers such an injustice. Where everyone is perfect.
Shit, you couldn't have given a better answer, to be honest. That was actually the best answer you could have given. Fuck.
Yeah.
I deem your answer worthy. You don't notice it, but you feel as like the glove that covers your arm disappears into thin air, revealing just the wrist cut off. You feel as the wound heals and you stop feeling pain. And on the what's the name in English of the thing that remains after it's healed if you get your hand cut off?
Like the stump?
Yeah, on the stump you see an image appear. Let me check what was the symbol I have. You see a scepter appear on the like a tattoo.
Right. Oh shit. I'm fucking collecting them.
This is a mark of my... I'm doing the wrong voice. This is a mark of my... Well... let's say interest. And one day if you are worthy enough, you'll be able to do this. And you see like from his like cut off hand, a hand of pure magic appears. Maybe if you keep following your justice, you reach this point. And you come back to your body.
Okay. Holy shit.
That was one of the worst decisions you made, but at the same time it actually worked.
Yeah, like, that was one of the worst decisions I've made, but it felt like one of the best because it made really cool shit happen.
Well, the wall was right. You had positive and negative coming out of this.
Right?
Just so I can describe to you what happened. Mike is not back yet.
Yeah, he is. I can see his shoulder.
But he's
Is deafened. Let
He's
me...
too busy making us fucking... Oh, he's going to hell.
I mean, I'm in
We
that
all
same
are.
category, so yeah, I'm right there with you.
We played D&D.
My bad.
First, we worship
Okay,
We're all good.
all of you see this as Matt
According to that
is
list, vegetarians are going to hell.
lying on the
so-
floor. You see as the glove that is usually covering his hand disappears, leaving on. You can see the stump, and on his stump you see light starts to appear as a scepter appears, tattooed
Wait, a scepter.
Where does it?
Wait,
on.
like so the hand, I guess I don't know which one I lost, but
The right one.
hand,
You lost the right one.
right hand, like cut off stump, and on the stump is like this symbol. Like,
Was that Faust's main hand?
I never really thought about it, but like,
I would say it'd be ambidextrous at this point.
yeah, like I mean, when you're using a shield and doing magic shit.
You can still hold your shield, by the way. You just have to put the shield like on the
Yeah.
arm that you don't have a hand anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'll like adapt the shield for them. Like,
I mean, mostly a shield goes on an arm anyways, rather than.
Are you okay?
Here's the thing though. I'm not going to spoil it for the other players, but this is the one god that I thought none of you would be able to interact with. No one. I actually thought that no one would be able to interact with this god until like 90% within the campaign.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm kind of like, yeah.
Faust, are you okay?
I'll slowly like pull myself to my feet.
A payment taken for an injustice made. I think I am alright. Or will be.
since I've fallen asleep?
At this point, you're already awake. You saw all of this, the light appearing and everything.
The moment you woke up, this started. Wipe the sleep from your eyes, and then hands are crawling and dissolving.
the whole minds.
Okay, what now?
Yeah, as I wake up, who has done this to my special bird boy?
A god. I wouldn't recommend seeking vengeance right now. Partly because he's already dead.
Wait. What happened exactly? I mean, yeah.
Well, I think I need to apologize for my hypocrisy in attempting to estrange Thori from doing something self-destructive, and then doing something much the same myself.
You are forgiven.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
I think it was naive to mess with a power quite so beyond our own.
In hindsight, for sure, but did you know? Because if you did, then yes, you should be apologizing. But if you didn't, then no apology needed, my friend.
I knew only what you did. That these were the corpses of gods. And I
Perhaps
believe I can...
involved, I guess.
I believe I can say that has been confirmed. I was conscious for parts of what you must have witnessed. I heard it speak through myself. I believe it is gone now.
All right.
Did it feel more spirit passing on, or entity passing through?
Make an insight check.
Sure.
Ooh.
I'm on.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
on the GM roll.
that's
still.
24. But from what you can understand, the spirit that was inside of you went to your hand, left your body within the hand, and went into the water.
I see.
May I be untied now?
Oh, yes, Scalameus, if you would. I believe that by opening a connection with this creature, I unwittingly allowed it entry and only managed to survive by having it inhabit a small portion of myself rather than the entire being. A hand is a small price to pay for survival.
When you think about it like that, sure, but wow. Talk about a heroic
The roll was so perfect as well. If the roll had been a bit lower, a bit higher, you wouldn't have been able to do this.
Right?
Yeah.
I want hop down from Algia, walk over to Faust, and start examining the stump, taking measurements.
So the being was inside the hand that you have now lost.
Yes, I believe it. I'm not sure if I expelled it or if it expelled itself. But either way, it consumed the hand and went to where it seemed to want to be.
You may want to track that down.
As you guys are talking, you hear footsteps running towards you. Eric appears. What happened? I heard an explosion.
Oh, just battling an undead god, nothing new.
Wait, the explosion sound was here? I thought you said it was somewhere else.
No, it was all it was heard all around the city.
Okay.
Yep. What happened?
That's very complicated, but we may have interfered with powers beyond our understanding.
A god-possessed hand went for a swim.
Does anybody know how to locate objects?
You calling his hand an object?
Oh, is that shiny?
No, but I'm good at tracking down undead.
Ooh.
Yes.
water.
I'm gonna cast the rod into the water. Like
Try and catch it.
I mean,
Try
how
and
fast
fish
can
it
it
out.
possibly be?
I feel like that might
I
be
have-
a worse idea.
that's what
Yeah.
we were doing. I thought we were taking turns with bad ideas.
And we haven't actually used the rod yet. We came down here and got distracted.
Yeah, we were like,
Yeah, no,
oh, we
that's why
we should gather some info before we use the rod. Like, immediately triggers the end of the world.
And I'm just like, well, that didn't work, and I'm gonna grab the rod.
I
gonna
mean,
jump down.
Zan knows
You
what
don't
this
have to-
triggers, but you don't yet.
Well,
'Cause
I
it-
find out.
Do
Ye-
we want
Insider
to
knowledge.
continue or take a quick break?
I'd say this is I was gonna say that anyway. This is a good place to take a 10-15
it
minute
is
break,
4.
and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool.
I need to tell my boyfriend what just happened. Right?
I mean, you might have lost your entire body there. That would have been weird. Okay, be right back as
Yeah,
well.
that, like you said, the rolls were good.
Just a head in a bag.
Oh God.
In a jar.
A head in a bag, just as bad as a dick in a box.
Imagine playing a head in a jar.
Only able to cast verbal spells.
Oh God.
You cast semantic spells by winking.
You'd have to. He'd be mounted on top of the golem.
An artificer, his body is a golem.
Wow. This D&D knows no bounds for
No, sir. You don't need to finish that sentence. It knows no balance.
It knows
Period.
no bounds.
yeah, I'm kind of scratching my head right now. Like, what am I witness to right now?
I mean, it seems we have unleashed some sort of really pissed off god into the world.
See, and I know, like, meta-wise, that this is probably a bad idea, but Aaro has made a solid connection between there being a fishing rod and a source of water, and it's all magic.
Mm-hmm.
He has to find out what happens.
I mean, I don't know what will happen if you use that on the water. I know what ended up happening in the other campaign with the fishing rod.
Right, who knows?
But I have no idea what's
whatever.
gonna happen.
Because there's the one difference we know is that there's now a god who somehow got into the water.
Yeah,
Does that change things?
That also happened in the other campaign. I
Oh,
don't know
did
if
it?
Yeah, but supposedly in both campaigns we found this place way too early.
Yeah. Right. I gotta do a store run. I'll be back.
Supposedly in both campaigns this is found way too early.
Where'd my wallet go?
So
To be
definitely
fair,
bad news.
I'm more excited for us to just like learn our way through this campaign.
Yeah, that's always fun. I think I'll use that weird metal I got from Need to make a prosthetic hand for Faust. Seems fitting.
Yes, or maybe we can craft something out of bones
That would
and
also be
have
fitting.
those be mechanically animated or controlled by him.
Yeah.
That also.
I think there's like it's either common or uncommon magic item. I think it's from Eberron. The first Eberron book, where it's a prosthetic hand. I can't seem to find it though. I had the idea I saw it on the Artificer page though. I'll check. Artificer infusions, I think. I don't have these anymore, but I can make. I still can make magic items. I think it got removed, maybe. Because I can only see one at 14th level, but I know that's not it.
Okay. Well, it's not the Hand of Vecna. There's Hand Arm Blade from Eberron. And then everything else is Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, DMG, and Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I can only find the Arcane Propulsion arm, but I remember seeing another kind of arm. Just don't... I can't remember where. Ah, Prosthetic Limb, 5e Tools, common. Found it. Common magic item.
It also is in Tasha's.
Yeah.
Which changes the wording from 2 dashes to a single dash. And that's it.
You can detach and reattach it.
Useful.
It detaches if you die, and it cannot be removed against your will. That's useful. Yeah, we can either make it out of bone, and then I like animate it with magic, so it can be attached to Faust, or we... Because it's the thing, if we make it out of bone, we either use Scalamaeus' hand, or we need to use one of the god corpses, and I do not want to do that.
We don't have to do this immediately. This can be a bit of a project.
I feel like he needs a hand. Also, I'd like to make something on that God Forge, and a hand is an interesting idea.
Well, I think we should make him protection before we make him
I'm back.
A hand. Something that attaches to his hand that is shielding of some sort.
There's magical prosthesis, which like you can do different advanced.
You might
advanced morphic, elemental, or energy.
You might not want to do that.
Because the DM is back.
Because
Sage and cryptic advice.
Because the god, I forgot to tell that to Matt, but the god has told him that he should always keep his mark at visible. Yep.
I mean, I can leave the mark visible while and still make a prosthetic hand.
Not really.
Let's not tempt fate, shall we?
Since it's covering the whole, since it's covering the whole stump.
Let's make it out of glass.
No, I just like I cut out a bit of leather and leave that bit open.
It's literally on the tip of the.
So yeah, if you think this is the stump, it covers from this side to this side.
Oh, it's literally on the stump.
Yeah, it's on the stump.
Oh yeah, then I can't.
Yeah, that's the issue.
So I'll just like make an adaptation for his shield so he can put the stump in.
Unless you get a high enough level, you can make a water elemental limb. That's a very rare elemental. That's a very rare magical item.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you can make an air elemental one. Fuck.
Ooh.
I wonder how his conversation with his boyfriend is going. Oh yeah, so my hand got cut off. What you? Your what? My hand. How?
Well, see, I was smited by a god for touching another man.
Zed would know a god, this god from like his mythology, probably.
If you tell me what mythology, I might be able to.
It's a mixture of two.
That's gonna make it hard, but which two?
Egyptian and Nordic.
Okay, so it had a symbol of a staff, which indicates some sort of magic. The two highest magical beings.
The staff is from the Egyptian part.
Let me handle. Okay, highest goddess of magic in Egypt is Isis. She's magic, healing, and a shit ton of other things. the person most attributed with magic in Nordic is Odin or Freya. If I'm going by the Isis connection, that will likely point towards Freya. A staff and a stump is a weird detail. Seems a little bit too specific. So staff. Any sort of
The stump is from the Nordic, by the way.
stump is from the Nordic.
I don't think you're thinking. I don't think it's Freya. There are other magical deities.
Yeah, but Freya is like the highest one.
It might not be a magical deity though.
Yeah, I'm just going off it because of the staff.
So this is like so the scepter that you see, I forgot to describe it. It's like a war scepter. It has like a scythe sort of on its top, and on the bottom like a half moon.
Like a what?
Like a scythe on the top and a half moon on the bottom.
Oh shit then. Okay. So Scythe on the moon. Scythe could either represent something to do with a harvest or something to do with death. Knowing this is Egyptian and Norse.
Probably harvest.
The combination of the moon, I'd say harvest.
Yeah, with combination of the moon, I would say harvest. Something related with harvest.
His line of thought is not wrong.
Harvest. I mean, if we're talking about moon in Norse mythology, we have the two wolves, the sun and the moon, that will eat the sun and the moon. I doubt that's related though.
That's Fenrir and
No.
that's not harvest necessarily. That's Ragnarok.
Yeah, no, Fenrir is. These are two other wolves, not related to Fenrir.
Look, Fenrir eats the moon, which starts off Ragnarok.
No, I think there are other wolves because I remember there being two. Wait.
So the scepter looks like this. Here it is.
Funny anecdote. I tried to put this twist off cap on this bottle
it's
when I was
Managame,
first
yes.
adding water.
Y'all can relax. I'm back now.
It's on general what the scepter looks like, say.
Mike's back.
Found some. I got some
It's-
Airheads soft-filled candies.
It's Garm and not Fenrir, you're right.
Yeah. It's a separate wolf entirely. I don't know why, but yeah.
Have you figured out, say?
I'm still going through the rabbit hole. Wait, you said aside, but that reminds me more.
Matt, he's trying to figure out which combination of two gods the one you talked to was.
Manny.
Oh.
Manny.
By the way, the symbol that you have in your hand is on general, which is basically the same thing that the god was holding, Matt. The same sort of shape.
Wait,
Very
no,
cool.
that is similar looking to the staff Thoth carried around, the god of Egyptian god of knowledge.
I can confirm that it's not that.
He said it's a combination.
You couldn't confirm that it's not that. Wait.
No, I can confirm that it's not
Oh, okay.
that one.
So he did say the harvest train of thought. Wait, Scythe and the moon. Is it?
Manny is the goddess of the moon.
No, I'm saying that your train of thought is making sense, but it doesn't mean it's right. That's what I supposed to. Come on, who's the handless Nordic god there?
I mean, Tyr.
So that's one half.
And
Oh,
Tyr's
so
the god of knowledge.
Vecna?
No, Tyr is Tyr god of knowledge?
He's a god of war knowledge, sort of.
He's also knowledge?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like battle strategy, like Athena.
And now you just need to figure out what the other side is, which is a scepter.
I had the idea he was war and justice.
Did you describe
He
to him,
also
like, the vision that I saw? By the way?
no. I just described what the symbol is, and he's trying to figure out what it is.
I mean,
Okay.
it looks like the scepter Thoth holds, like
It's
exactly
very similar to it, but it's another god that holds it.
It fucking looks exactly like.
And by the way, this god also correlates a bit with Tyr, because one of the things that we talked about here is also the god that he is from.
Okay, so I'll try to make a connection to an Egyptian god of war. The only thing.
Not the war part.
I'm just trying to go.
You're thinking of like military tactics and knowledge.
No, the justice part.
I was also going with losing a limb. That could be Sekhmet.
No, the justice part.
Hey Google, what's the weather outside?
Oh, justice. In which case that would be
Alexa, what's the weather outside?
Currently, in Grand Rapids, it's 49 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Tonight, you can expect cloudy skies moving in and out, with a low of 34 degrees.
I usually don't have a Google.
What's 49 Fahrenheit in British?
It's cold.
It was
49 in Fahrenheit is like 10 or 8.
That's fine.
I mean, non-American.
Justice is math.
Yeah. 62 is like 20 or 15.
Is it as simple as
It was 70 here yesterday, Josh.
Yeah, we
what you
are
got.
having some unseasonably warm weather as well right now.
It's Anubis.
Nope, it's Set.
It's 6
It's
degrees
near.
here,
It's
so
Set. Is his
that's
father, Set.
I was going with Anubis because he judges the souls of the dead.
Yeah, but his father is the is the judgment of the natural world.
But I think that's what Faust worships. That god is basically
I feel like saying
Anubis.
Seth is the judge of the natural world is a very big.
He is the god of desert, storms, disorder, violence, and foreigners, in its own way. He sets the justice around this.
I do not feel that is an apt description of Seth.
I will find the part of the story that I used for Emze, and then show.
Because there is nothing about Seth that is just.
Yes.
Nothing.
Wait, I'll show you.
He fucking traps Horus inside a sarcophagus, then rules Egypt tyrannically for like, I don't know how long until Osiris fucking kicks his ass, and I think bites his balls off. If I remember the myth correctly.
Is everyone back?
You just rolled a. You just rolled a nat 1 on stealth.
I'm here.
Either that or I just have a natural.
Is
high for
Flint here?
Yo, get your finger snaps out of here.
Is Flint?
Leave.
Flinty boy?
Yes,
Thank you.
if you hear him.
Was that him?
I'm pretty. It sounds like. I'm pretty sure he is here.
Yeah, he's here.
Just oh yeah, he is. Okay, his camera is just off. All right. So,
It's been for a while.
Eric, as Eric arrives and he talks to you, what are you saying to him, or to yourselves?
Ah, Eric. Hi.
You been fishing in these parts?
You've been fishing.
Yes, Eric. Hi. You came running because you heard a big bang.
Sorry.
Everything is fine, sort of.
Nobody has died yet.
Or was terribly close to death. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wait, how is Tyr god of knowledge? Odin is god of knowledge. I'm still not. Tyr is war, law, and justice.
Yeah, Tyr with word, law, and justice. He does have a bit of knowledge, but it's more like war knowledge sort of things. Knowledge toward the word. That's what the myth says, but it's not like the knowledge we think of like general knowledge. That's Odin. That's Odin.
And Odin is still more mystical knowledge than common knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever just belched was solid. Giving that a 7 out of 10.
I'm sorry, I get
Nice.
way too into mythology. I could sit here for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Just
Great.
Just about Norse.
We only have an hour and a half left.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Eric. Sorry about the disruption. But I think we're good now. I think we've ironed out our kinks, shall we say?
All right.
I still have a few kinks, but we won't talk about those.
As soon as you wish to leave the house, there is a teleportation circle upstairs. Meet me if you want to use it. Teleportation circle.
Hey, that'd be bloody useful.
Yes, well, before we leave, I must see this garden he has constructed over the last 30 or so years.
I keep like seeing the stump, just taking measurements to like adapt his shield.
Yeah, I keep staring at it as well because
yeah, and then I look at Faust.
Oh yeah, Zay is right. I don't know why I wrote it down as set, but it is matte. The thing I saw earlier. Yeah, it is matte. It shouldn't be set.
Don't at me with fucking mythology.
Why did I write? Oh, set. I've used it for another thing, and then I
appreciate that the god you used was called Matt then.
Yeah, M-A-A-T. So the symbol is slightly different. It is a long staff with
Poofs out.
yeah, it's all about poofs out.
Yeah, a knobble on the end.
Yeah. So that would be the symbol. Why did I write it down as set? Weird.
Yeah, because that was confusing me so much. Set has nothing to do with.
No, Set is the god of chaos.
Yeah. He is literally the biggest.
When I was writing this, remember I wrote this in 4 days. I might have like passed the information wrong from one side to the other one.
Yeah, but yeah, after like taking the measurements of Faust's new stump, I kind of like stare him in the eyes. Don't do any more dumb shit. At least let me do it. That's my thing.
Well,
let's.
I don't believe that either of our lives is worth less than the other. But I appreciate your concern, and trust me, it is a lesson well learned.
Now I'm gonna go make
had
a
our
room.
fair share of dumb shit today.
Now I'm.
How about letting the guy with an actual death wish do it next time? Just
also
putting it out there.
I am going
Hamish.
upstairs and I'm going to build that fucking Roomba and none of you can stop me.
I also would not object to demonic possession. It sounds like a fascinating experience. I'd like to give it a try sometime.
Says the
We
guy who gets
can
an imp
stop
inside
you,
of his
we
body.
just won't.
I mean,
I'm going with you to
there's no
take
blood
the body of the
upstairs if you wanna
corpse.
mess around.
I go upstairs and I want to build a Roomba on the forge.
Okay.
I stand by ready to do first aid.
Is everyone going upstairs? Because I am interested in some of the natural growings on that a man can do underground for 30 years.
Before we all leave upstairs, I want to ask Thoriel asks a question. Do we want to leave this lake as it is?
What can we do to change its nature?
I kind of like lift up the mortar, point at the ceiling.
Wasn't but before we went away for break, wasn't Mike going to use
Do you have any intended outcome for that? Is there or a reason to do that?
Yes, I'm hoping the ceiling will cave in a bit and at least block most of the water.
What about
Right, the problem wasn't the water, the problem was the dead god. And that's gone, so we can fuck off.
Let me try a thing. I want to take out one of my bullets and throw it in the water. Does it dissolve?
No. You can see it. You can see it like all the way. Nothing happens.
Wait. But it
I wait like for something to bite.
Nothing bites.
What if it only constructs living things?
Teach a man to fish.
Naldo, do you have any worms? I feel like you'd have worms.
That
I mean, not Not in that.
If only
not
we
in
had a
that
bag
way.
of worms.
Yeah.
I have this really tasty fungi, which almost all animals love. I will hand him over a teeny little brown, almost spherical shaped thing, which is
Alright.
almost a mini version of a good berry, but doesn't have any healing properties and is just really tasty.
Then I put it on the hook and I cast it back in.
I have another idea. Flint, could you use one of your animals and, kind of just eat it inside?
Oh yeah. So if you hadn't, I hadn't said this yet, but he's been riding Gerald the Giant Hound this whole time.
Style.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Rick Ratikins is expendable. Go on, off you go. In you get. Rick will go for a swim.
I'll go splash.
Oh, I've lost that again.
Oh, he's off.
I mainly want to just blow it up so no one else can reach this.
I feel like there's something that's to be done though with it, like with the rod. I feel like there's something
maybe.
missing.
I think we just don't know enough about it. To mess with it anymore. Like messing with something I didn't know has already made it this bad. If we do need to come back and we've removed that option, it could be real rough.
I feel like, yeah, but I feel like the big thing was doing this to that god. It could still have a purpose, but I
mean, the water's not posing a danger at the moment, so I don't see why you need to blow it up.
It did disintegrate a body and then Faust's hand.
But that's more the god though, isn't it?
Yeah, and the hand Faust's hypothesis, at least, is the hand only disintegrated because it contained the spirit of that god in it. It wouldn't, if he dipped his toe in it, it probably wouldn't dissolve his toe, for example.
That's kind of why I want to throw in an animal to prove it.
My animals aren't real animals though. They're not even spirits. They're just magical.
Maybe it won't work then.
You could toss in a dead lizard.
But it's dead. I don't. Wait, we still.
The body was dead.
The body was dead. That's a fair point. But the body was. Yeah. No. Okay. Let's throw in a dead lizard.
Okay. Well, I guess we have to wait for the DM, but. Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, we throw in rat rackets.
Well, Rat Ratkins has already gone for a swim now. I've already told him.
Sorry.
Frank.
Yes.
We are going to experiment more on your Pit of Doom.
What do you mean?
I've sent Rick Ratikins, to go for a swim in the water.
Bravely.
They go for a swim in the water. It almost seems like they're floating.
Above the water?
No, within the water, wherever they swim. Feels like they're floating me there.
Because it's so clear.
I will pull out one of the fried lizards from my bag, and using a very, very careful hand. Actually, no, I'm going to tie it around the end of my bow staff and slowly lower that into the water, all before the bow staff would hit.
I think it's only fair as that happens, a kraken's tentacle comes out and kills all of you. But I'll say nothing happens.
As he does that with the lizard, Cody kind of lies down and almost tries to reach it lizard.
I take one hand off of the staff, dig into the bag of holding, pull out another lizard, and throw it against the wall.
So I just crawls through it. My precious.
So the lizard does nothing. I will take the lizard out and inspect anything that's trying to drip off of it.
Is there anything dripping?
Nope.
I would like to eat that lizard.
Okay. Oh yeah, when the animals come out, they seem like if they're dried.
Does anything happen after I eat that lizard?
Nope.
So it seems more fried than it went in.
Just normal.
Well, this might sound like a dumb question, but anyone now has a sudden urge to jump in?
I will. I dive in.
No, please.
Oh god.
It feels like you're flying within the water.
I try and swim down.
Is anybody getting the stinking urge to start singing Defying Gravity right now?
I wasn't.
I'm the only one who wants to sing.
It almost feels like a space in which the water is like space, sort of. So you can freely move around.
Alright.
So what it doesn't seem like it's soul sucking.
I make my way back to the party and climb out.
Why don't we go and make you another Roomba?
Roomba.
I think we're done here.
I want to make the Roomba on that forge, just to see if it does anything. It probably won't, because I probably would need to hit it with the hammer. I'll hit the Roomba against the hammer to see if it does anything.
The Roomba breaks.
No, I'm
reverse engineering.
I'm making a Roomba on the anvil with my own tools.
Nothing happens. A normal Roomba appears.
A wild Roomba appears.
I kind of like I slightly smack the Roomba against the hammer.
The Roomba breaks.
It like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like slightly, not like smack. Just like
it breaks.
Question: breaks how?
Explodes.
That seems.
You take 4 damage.
I take 2.
Who said it was fire? You take 4 damage.
I mean, you said explosion.
You take 4 damage.
Alright. What damage type is it?
You don't know.
I want to know if I can use absorb elements on it.
The pain
You can't.
kind.
It's cosmic then.
You know League of Legends? This is true damage.
Oh fuck. It goes through armor.
Pure damage.
Okay. After the Roomba breaks, I'm gonna cast Identify.
Am I the only one seeing Josh fight with people?
Yes.
Yeah, you're the only one. They don't really exist.
After I break the Roomba, I look sad. And I cast Identify again.
Fuck's sake.
Commitment.
My brother.
I just let it happen.
37 damage.
37? I didn't even roll.
Do a wisdom check, but the AC is 30.
Alright. 37? 37.
Mm-hmm.
I'm knocked unconscious.
Oh my.
Isn't that your second
I
time?
feel like one day he might actually learn from his mistakes.
No.
I'm gonna
One
pop
day.
him up with Spare the Dying, but begrudgingly.
I'm still unconscious, right? For the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just stable.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're. It's not the next hour. It's until someone brings you back up.
Yep.
Really?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Or you have a long rest. Yeah.
I think you will. Yeah. But I will like put my good hand on your chest and shock you back into life with just a 1st level cure wounds.
What? No, guys.
Don't bring him back.
If you Spare the Dying after an hour, after an hour.
I wish I could be a little fly and see what Josh is saying to his family members.
After an hour of being in
Turn off mute.
You might come back after an hour, but this way you have 11, and Faust is being nice. Like, you seem like you actually gave a shit a minute ago, so he's,
He's giving you the benefit of the doubt, basically.
Sorry, just goes, thank you.
Eric appears. So,
My head hurts.
do you want to leave? You seem.
Yes, before this idiot kills himself. And
I'll take you to the
pick
teleportation
Bowie up and carry him.
device.
He seems a little distracted at the moment, but I think Naldo did want to maybe peruse your garden before.
Oh, it's on the way. He can peruse it if he
I would
wants.
love to peruse the garden as soon as I stamp out these annoying worms. Give me 1 second.
He turned off the camera. He might be committing an homicide there. We never know.
No.
I've never seen Naldo dislike a creature.
Nah, I'll tell you what's about to happen. He's gonna step on them.
If he slaps them on camera, that would be amazing for the views.
Yeah, imagine the view.
I would clip that and put it on TikTok, and immediately, like, next session we have like 50k viewers.
For the content, Josh, for the content. Think about the.
I love how white the house is.
That is.
In color scheme.
Compliment.
Oh, it's very clean. Like it's not those houses that have like a lot of colors and a lot of different elements. It's very simple.
Changed color. It just changed. I just want to say it changed color.
That's one of the ways.
Oh my god, that's.
The compliment is now invalid.
The suspense.
Oh, there's a dragon.
Oh, there's a dragon. Very fitting.
Is it just me who thinks like every American house has a fan on every room?
I mean, that is a stereotype.
That is a very big stereotype.
Every American house is a what?
Like a fan, a ceiling fan.
I mean,
he's looking at sounds about right.
The other thing is that they all have the ceiling titty.
The what? The fire detector.
No, the ceiling titty.
I'm not familiar with the ceiling titty.
Yeah, same.
Wait. You got how the.
Is this a Mandela effect for you?
No. How do you not know about the ceiling titty? It's in general. That's
Oh my. Yeah. Okay. So very weird way of putting it, you know.
That's what people call them. Ceiling titties.
Oh, the fan is also a light.
Yeah. Did you not know that?
Is that a gun? What did he have on his hand?
Is it a shotgun?
This could get very tragic very quickly.
America.
Josh holding the fast well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did no one know what a ceiling titty is?
I mean, I recognized it when you posted it.
I'm disappointed.
Oh, there's a pic post.
Yeah, a ceiling titty.
Okay, let me look.
Yeah,
those are less common.
What? I've heard.
They're not, yeah, those aren't. I mean, I'm sure they're common enough that everyone's seen one, but.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, Josh.
The worms were really annoying and inconsiderate, and decided to start crawling up my legs. So I really needed to shake them off and stamp them out.
That's a very.
I told you he was gonna step on them. I told you.
I am not gonna comment. So, Josh.
So wait,
as you're.
I miss?
Nothing. We were waiting for you.
Oh.
We were closing our theories.
As you were walking, it leads you through the corridor, and you reach a small, like a small patio, that has like all sorts of vegetables growing there.
Ooh. Can I start bending down to inspect the first vegetable I see?
Yeah.
I'm trying to ascertain its makeup. Having seen a wide variety of vegetables, what am I gaining from this knowledge? Is it made underground? Is there some sort of natural vitamin D being fed?
It just looks like a normal carrot.
It might be the giant crystal that gives off like vitamins.
How fully formed is this carrot?
Seems to be a couple of weeks or a month away from picking.
Okay. In which case, I will take out a small little spoon from my bag and start shoveling around the area, just to inspect the root system.
Looks like a normal carrot root system.
Okay. Then I will take a sample of the soil and like put it under my nose, trying to see if there are any different smells going on.
It smells like a quite rich soil, but you've seen this sort of soils before.
Okay.
I'm just watering the plant with my hands, just like.
I will dump out most of it, and then take the tip of my tongue and touch the dirt.
You know I make my own manure, right?
Oh, sure. That's not the issue. The question that I have is, how are all these plants getting such good growth and sunlight so far from the surface?
I presume it's from the crystal from my studies.
Huh. Quite sulfuric. You should eat a little bit more iron.
It's hard when you don't have a lot of meat. I tend to do it with spinach.
Ah, yes. Let me see your spinach patch, because I might be able to help you out a little bit.
It shows you where the spinach is.
Tom
is having an attack again.
Thori is just in the background going like.
I try and analyze the
I'm
quality
Popeye
of
the
spinach.
Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Oh, by the way, talking about,
Alright,
do you know we got
so-
copyrighted by the Longest Johns?
Yeah, we got by the longest chance.
Because one day in the sessions I played the Wellerman, like unconsciously,
Oh.
Oh.
and we got copy struck.
Fucking hell.
Our
They're really
lit.
trying to get all the money they can.
I'm saying they copyright struck us. We made it, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
I will be using Druidcraft to infuse a little bit more iron into the spinach for the next couple of batches.
You think it works?
And then I will say, well, findings are quite conclusive that, well, there's no sunlight, and yet these plants are growing, so I think this crystal might be a little bit more interesting to learn about, or at least study, going forward. If we're ever able to find our way back down here, we might circle back armed with a little bit more knowledge.
Only the lucky get to end up here. Sorry, that was weird. Should we head to the portal then?
Can I?
You can.
Yeah.
Because
I also feel quite put off by that.
Just seems like a rambling of an old man. Same thing, like a ramblings of an old man.
he's been alone for a long time. He's a bit mad.
He makes his own compost.
Eats his own shit.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the best way to do
He
it.
went full Matt Damon on it.
Thori is just throwing up in the sun.
He brings
I'm doing
you
that down here too.
to a small marble gate. Is there anywhere you'd like me to activate the gate towards?
We want to go to
Morley was our next stop, was it not?
the Druid village we heard about. What is it called? Anyone remember?
Does the DM remember?
Druid land.
I'm not even sure Greece
Did I bother writing it down in the
I'm
journal?
not even sure Greece has told us the name.
They did.
Yeah, we did know the name.
They did. Give me a second. What is it?
Nah, it's clearly Greentown if it's a druid village.
Oh, hey. That's Elven, not Druid. It'll be the Rushing Waves or something like that.
No. God damn it. I haven't posted it on Roll20 yet, the map of Morimori in your campaign. I have only read it on the other one. So I need to head back. Altarius. Maps. Morimori. It's been a while since I looked at this thing. So, Nampo. Nampo. Oh, Nampo. I do know what it is. Spent a while there. Do you want me to teleport you there then?
Wait, that was on the way to where we wanted to go. So we just want to go where we wanted to go.
Well, I don't know where we wanted to go. Plus, teleporting right into the city seems a little bit off the, not up to standard. Can you get us outside of the city? Say, a mile?
What direction? What direction?
We were talking about that druid village being like on the way to Morimori, but if we can teleport anywhere, then let's go to Morimori.
Well, so Morimori is the country, and the druid village is inside Morimori, but we don't know
I thought
exactly
it was
where.
on the way to there.
I mean, I guess, like, what, we could go to their capital if we really wanted to?
I believe that's Keto.
Keto.
It's Keto.
Yep.
Also, looking through the journal, the katana we found was from Morimori.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was the lead we were following up on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The DM says yes.
But Greece told us, didn't Greece tell us to check out Druid Village before going to the
Yeah, that was more the link we're following. It was Morimori. It was
Oh, was it
What
specifically
Greasus
that druid
says
village?
versus what we do is always up to debate. But yeah, outside of Keto would be better, I think. Instead of just popping into the middle of the business district unannounced, especially in the state we're in.
I'm in Michigan.
I'm in Ohio.
That was a shitty joke, but it was amazing.
I know, it's just one of those things that had to happen.
I actually facepalmed.
So, where do you want to go? Nampo, Keto?
Was Nampo the...
Nampo is the village, the top village, and Keto is the capital. I'll actually move you here. Give me a second. So Nampo is the top village, and Keto is the capital.
I guess anywhere in Morimori is all we need, because that's all we have to start with.
Well,
I don't know if the capital's the best place or not. I mean,
I feel like we should start at the top in Nampo.
Mm-hmm. I'm good with that.
we're just gonna systematically cover the whole country.
Okay.
Please tell me that Kenkyu is just full of Kenkus.
Oh yeah.
No, Kenkyu is Japanese for research.
I feel like we just stepped into something like feudal Japan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Morimori is based on Japan.
Nippon.
Cool.
Okay.
So Ohio was not out of character.
So, can I... So, you want to go to Nampo, alright. You see from his hands, like, light starts to appear and the portal starts to activate. Well, maybe I'll see you one day, and light starts to, like, appear around you. and you hear him say,
Can I make an insight check
And-
while he's doing that?
"Yeah."
I feel like there's some shenanigans going on.
Can I assist somehow?
No.
Yeah. Can I also do an inside check?
Sure. Whatever he's doing, he's controlling the portal in your eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I roll Arcana, perhaps?
If you want to try identify what he's trying to do, yeah. Oh, some
16.
powerful shit.
Knew it.
You see him as you're almost getting teleported, you hear him say, "May the Forger be with you," and
Yeah,
you
no,
get
I-
teleported.
And also,
Thanks, Eric.
Mhm.
Bye.
And also you.
Was he the
Right.
one? Was he the one? Was he the Forge guy? Does anyone think
Well,
so?
why would he say, "Let me be with you"? That doesn't make any sense.
Because that's a little bit
That's a valid point.
gigantic ego.
I mean, maybe he's a follower,
Yeah.
but why
could
didn't
be.
he just say so earlier?
Also, he's got a teleportation circle, and he's still been stuck there for 30 years.
Exactly, and he knows how to use it.
did he say he was stuck? He
Say that
said he
creepy
hasn't
shit
left.
about.
He said he liked it there. He didn't want to leave.
How to fuck
Well,
up your
it's a-
players' minds in 3 easy steps. First, do something. Second, sort of do something different. Third step, do something completely different that I have no control about and can do nothing
I
afterwards.
mean, he clearly used teleport on us.
You know, he used magic circle.
Yeah, but to use a teleportation circle, you either need teleport or magic.
No, there's a spell called teleportation circle.
Yeah, it's 5th level, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes you to another circle, right?
Yeah, to another. That one needs to take to another circle.
Yes, it does.
Did we appear in a circle?
You appear near the village near a big tree
So there's.
Is
there
it up
any symbol
here?
on this tree?
that you can see. No.
Where in the village, or where?
Plot
around-
twist: his teleportation circle is the entire realm.
I want to cast identify on the tree.
Okay, it's a maple tree. It's a maple tree.
Are we north of the village?
Anything?
Southeast.
Anything magical?
Southeast, yeah, southeast.
Southeast.
Nothing magical from the tree.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this. As soon as you land, you see, as even though the weather has been, okay-ish, the clouds are really, really gray and it's pouring.
Does it smell like the rain has naturally come? Like
Make an
it's
Arcana
simply
check.
In Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
Not in nature?
Nope. I know what I said.
Okay.
This rain this rain is magical for sure.
Yeah, guys, not our normal garden variety of rain here. No pun intended, but yes, fully intended.
As you come out, Mike, you're the one holding up to the rod, right?
Yeah.
You start to feel as the rod starts to leave your pocket and starts to fly up.
I hold on. I grab it.
Make a strength.
Arrows
Make
have
a
another
make a
hard on.
strength check.
Is that a magic rod in your pocket, or are you happy to see us?
Strength. No modifiers.
It's a 2, right?
Yeah, that's a 2.
You're not able to hold on, and the rod flies up to the sky, and you all see. You hear like thunder, and like a storm, and you see a hand, like just a hand,
Grab it.
grabbing the rod up in the sky.
Get that. Get that.
I'm not wrestling with a bloody god. I'm cursed by rain enough as it is.
And you see, as it seems as if the hand, you recognize the hand. It's the one you saw running about earlier.
Clearly Faust's hand.
It's clearly fossil.
Oh, fucking hand.
Yeah, it's actually a hand. And you
Cloud's
see
fucking
as like
hand has become an artifact.
the hand is sort of like connected to the cloud. It grabs the rod and an explosion happens and the rod disappears. And it keeps on raining.
Did we just bring a god back to life?
You
Yes,
might have.
Also, next time we
Seems
get
potential.
mysterious
I'll update the
artifacts,
stat.
let's put them in the bag of holding.
Here's the
so
funny
that
thing. This
they don't
happened.
fly away.
This happened in the other campaign. They put it in the bag of holding, and the rod actually came out of the bag of holding.
Yeah, one of the players like was thrown like 130 feet.
But he landed on a tree, so he was fine, sort of.
We barely lived through that. The storm was when in the other campaign it was a full-on storm, like near.
But you were at the sea when this happened, so the storm there was worse. You were at Narcir.
Yeah, like we were all about to die.
Here it's still raining quite a lot, and there's thunder and wind, but it's not as bad as in the ocean.
Joke's on you, I like the rain.
Suza,
That's my
yeah,
record of
that
the gods so far.
Suza is well written. It's storms and ocean.
Ocean currents or just ocean in general?
Ocean in general, from what you know.
I like the rain. No one can see me cry.
So we just pissed off the god that.
Trust me, you're
literally-
gonna get used to it.
But really, they should be grateful for us bringing them back to the world of the living.
He does seem like kind of an asshole, doesn't he?
When it's raining, you can't hear those noisy kids outside.
What?
Kids.
I can read my books in peace.
Oh. Well, yeah, then you just need to make sure the books are waterproof, man.
Can we
Am I
get
an idiot?
inside
Oh
somewhere?
no! My accent.
Oh shit, the kid.
Can we find some
I feel
shelter?
like I'm gonna like more and more. Everyone's as pissed off as I am. Let's go.
So you're
Got a
going
bit more of a kick in my step.
you're going towards the village.
A quick note
Yes.
for all coming into villages: please be mindful of your more otherworldly views. We love nature and don't like it being destroyed.
No, we didn't go to the druid village, did we?
Yeah, this is
Welcome
we
to
did.
Mori
Oh.
Mori.
this is the druid
I'm gonna-
village.
They're
You're-
all druid villages.
I'm gonna
They're
point
all
to my
druid
It's
villages.
Moi Moi.
You'd be
Gotcha.
just around here.
I'm going to point to
Moi
my
Moi
imp.
is just one big hippie commune.
I'm going to point to my
Um,
imp and just say, that means you. It's going to turn into a raven.
I'm going to quickly druid craft some weird looking yellowish paste, which is actually some naturally occurring plants that are used in more advanced dyes, and push them through my hair. So now I am no longer silver haired, I am more of a yellowish.
Ah yes, he's trying to commune with the elves. Elves are typically blonde. Traditionally.
I feel like more elves have silver and or white hair.
Yep.
He's got a point there.
You know.
But I will turn to him and go, "Hey, blondes just have more fun." Because Hamish is also blonde.
Wait, Hamish is blonde?
Yeah, he's blonde.
Yeah.
Did you not know that?
No.
So you're heading towards the village. I mean, you reach this village hidden in the forest. I was almost gonna say hidden in the leaf and make a Naruto reference there. And
How do you do
you
that thing where you make your token get really big?
Control Z or Shift Z. Shift Z.
But it can only be the DM.
Yeah.
See, blonde.
Yeah.
I never noticed.
There's a massive shield as well.
Thori does not see hair color.
Like in my shield, it's got like a sheath for my great sword.
Thought,
So I take my
cool.
sword, shield off, put it on, and then I draw my great sword out of the shield.
thought he does not see color. He is colorblind due to all the explosions.
So you
That makes a lot of sense.
you see that most of the houses are built in wood. Are you looking for anywhere specific to knock on the door?
Seeing the general layout of this village, I would probably make my way towards the only house in the village with an odder colored roof and think, maybe we should start here and verbalize, that roof looks different.
That does look like the tavern.
The one that doesn't look like a hippie commune.
Whoa, hey. Hippie commune.
Can I say that my background features means I'm also able to find a pint, find the nearest pub.
Find a pint. Lying around.
Locate pint.
Can I say it's like
Locate pint.
You see that the name of the inn is Nobody's Inn.
Well, they clearly have fun in this town.
I'm going to do a quick SOS style knock on the door. 3 short, 3 long, 3 short.
The door opens and a brown-haired elf appears. Oh, you're in the rain. Come in. And he opens the door. You see that inside there's like a few patrons, but not many people. Okay? It started raining out of nowhere in the last half an hour. It was very, very weird.
Yes, that was very, very weird. We were caught unawares.
It's not normal for it to just start raining this way. It's not very usual.
It also isn't natural.
Would you know anything about it?
No, just taste the rain. It doesn't taste natural, my friend.
Well, you do seem like a druid, so you would know. So, is there anything I can help you with, gentlemen?
Alcohol.
What sort of alcohol would you be procuring?
Do you have any of that really interesting psychedelic shit from the south?
No, not recently. We do have some druidic mead.
Okay, I think my companion
Definitely have some of that.
Yeah.
After the day we've had, I think some mead would go down very well.
Do you prefer it warm or cold?
I'll have it heated.
Do you do it spicy?
Well, we usually put rosemary on it, but I could put a bit of... What sort of spices are you looking for?
What's the best spice I know of in this universe? The spice.
I'm a big fan of coriander combined with cayenne.
What sort of... Let's say, what sort of spicy are you looking for?
Ginger.
Hot?
Ginger would go well in a mead.
Ginger.
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon as well.
That's not really...
You could also go with... You could also go with like pepper or something. Some sort of like bell pepper powder.
White pepper.
Cayenne pepper in
Yeah.
the mead would be interesting.
Let's be honest, curry.
Cayenne works for honey, yeah.
Curry.
It works very funny. It hits your system different. Might as well try it out, shall we?
It just makes you in a good way.
So, he looks at you for a while. No? Tiefling? No? I don't know how... What are you?
What do you mean tiefling gnome? I'm just a regular gnome. I'm gonna sort of like pull my top hat down a bit more just in case he can see the horn somehow.
He can see the tail.
I should be wearing a cloak at this point.
Yeah.
Pull my cloak down to...
When he says tiefling, I go, hey, do not talk to my child that way.
Make a deception check on that.
I'm gonna slightly throw up in my mouth.
Wow, thank you.
No, they won't serve me if you say that. Fool.
Do you have any idea how hard it is for a gnome to get served in most pubs anyway?
Not to be.
As bad as being a halfling.
This magnificent beard. Could a mere child achieve such a luscious beard?
Not to be disrespectful, but he looks older than you. I would assume he would be your father.
Actually, probably is.
This is why I appreciate the people of this land.
I see
Logic. Let's just take a table and take less of this man's time than we are.
Oh, it's fine. The patrons are, when he looks around, mostly asleep at this point. I will. So it would be. Well, you'd look wary. 5 copper a drink. Seems fair.
Keeps them coming.
Yeah, give him the 5 copper.
Actually,
I'll
this
just.
one will
Can
be
I just
on
open
me.
a tab and I'll cover it for the night.
Just gonna give him a
Today-
silver.
I'll open the tab.
Today,
Sure,
your
sure.
first day in Morimore, all of your drinks are on me today.
Okay. You open a tab and it starts counting. Right now it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drinks. It's 35 copper.
He is aware that alcohol doesn't affect me, right?
We're gonna throw down, and not 7. Well, we'll start with 8, and I will pass 2 over to Hamish intentionally. Say, Hamish, I'm cutting you off at 10. Once you hit 10,
That's 4 silver to start that you said.
4 silver, perfect.
I step next to Hamish. I look at Naldo. We will bring you financial ruin.
Why does Tom seem so pensive?
That's just his face.
He's just thinking. It seems like he's thinking about life. Like it feels like he's thinking about his life choice. He's like, if only I hadn't joined that Roll20 group like 6 months ago.
Tom looks like he's planned all of our murders to happen at the same moment. He's just waiting for it to happen.
The drone. You just start hitting a drone behind us.
I'm sorry, drift off and start thinking about random shit all the time. Sorry.
It's fine. I was just checking if you were alright. I was just checking if you were alright.
He looks like he's just waiting for the sniper to confirm he has the shot.
Well, is there anything I can help you with? Because I do need to head to the elders meeting.
Oh, by all means, take your time. We'll be here for the evening. I don't know how your sleeping arrangements work.
We have around 3 rooms. Each are around a silver.
Do you have any external, say, pagodas
Mm,
or cabins?
Not really. Not really. The houses are all filled at this point. The rain has made everyone go back inside, so not really.
Does
Do you have a beer garden?
What, sorry?
A beer garden.
No, not really.
Nah, you'll only find yeah.
I'm gonna go meet the elder then. See you in a bit. And he walks off and you see him walk towards the big house in the center.
I just lean down to body knock and go.
And go brr.
Hamish go brr.
Hamish go down.
Oh yeah, cut out.
And we're back. Hamish.
Hey, sorry, I was going to suggest we send Pierce to join in on the elders meeting.
Ooh. Absolutely.
I'm
Or,
sure he could join in incognito.
Can I put Clive on his shoulder as well? Clive loves to listen in on things.
Sure.
Oh, why don't we give them one of our business cards?
In case they get spotted. Actually, I would like to bet 5 silvers that someone in there will spot them.
I'd take you up on that.
Alright, 5 silver.
So.
I have to say, this Rain audio is literally the worst audio quality I've ever heard of Rain. It just sounds like static, but like warbly, like behind it. Just terrible.
Oh, get ready to listen to this for the next 10 sessions.
I just turned it way down.
I can do something else. Wait, I have a better one. I think it's this one.
It would hurt less if you just kept playing Rickroll.
Or at least equal.
That's better, but I feel like it will get more annoying.
Yeah, that's better. feels like rain.
I can feel it on my skin.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Drink until everyone else passes out.
Drink until Naldo cuts me off.
So I would say, what point of what goal do you want to cut them off at?
He cut me off at 10 drinks.
Josh? At what goal do you want to cut off?
Everyone else can drink to their heart's content, except I'm cutting Hamish off at 10.
I mean, everyone who's drinking make Constitution saving throws.
I would like to attempt to drink as much as humanly possible.
That's
I'm only having one lead, however.
Body knock lasts around 4:30, lasts near the 10s. ARO lasts 4 or 5 as well. Flint as well.
10 with a 20.
We're just gonna have a couple anyways. Just.
I think he saw your deception roll rather than the contact roll.
Yeah. So.
Oh,
First we'll have
yeah.
a
30's
drink,
to 20.
and-
You go up to the 10s.
Strong ale.
Nice. I'll have one drink and nurse it most of the evening.
Okay, so you don't even need to do a Constitution, Matt. You're fine.
But
Well,
after this 10, like, I'm drunk at the 10, I'm like wasted. At
yeah, you're tipsy.
I'm going to have one.
But I feel like at this point Josh would cut you off.
Well, yes.
So Josh, remove like 3 gold from your account. No, a gold actually. The total amount would be a gold.
Okay.
I said I was going to put you in financial ruin. I meant it.
Oh my god, I'm picturing the 4 of those playing around Tom.
After he cuts me off, I'd start buying my own drinks and I ask for the strongest stuff they have.
Strongest stuff they have is some sort of absinthe, but it doesn't really affect you.
I will join.
I was expecting like sake. Come on.
Extreme.
I love sake.
That is a little bit more of a homebrew. It all depends on which like area of Morimori you are in, but sometimes you'll find sake served in public, but generally it's a home drink. I'm just gonna call them Naldo. It's easier. Ronaldo's too long.
You can actually feel that
Ronaldo...
Josh is tired.
No, I've got a couple of things else on my mind.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ronaldo will have a glass of the mead slowly, and then he will also join in on a shot or a glass of absinthe, as Hamish does. Because, well, while in home, do as home does.
I would like to keep butt chugging ale.
As you guys are drinking, the night goes on. I presume at some point you do end up going to bed and get up.
Towards the end of the night.
Yeah.
The question is, what is the rain like? Has it been constant?
Yeah.
Can I, at one point, go out and try and test the rain to see if it has changed its nature?
You can, and you do go, but it feels the same.
Okay, I think I might go for a... I mean, I have my waterproof sleep sack, but I'm not really loving this rain, man. It's not natural, man.
This has struck up my alchemist's curiosity. Can I try and do a alchemical comparison between my magical rain and Morimori's magical rain?
How are you going to do it?
Alchemist supplies check.
We can do
I take like I've got some vials, so I'll fill a vial of my magical rain.
It feels
and then a vial of their magical rain.
similar yet different, as the rain that falls from the sky immediately disappears soon after it has hit the ground.
Well, you can't mind and do that. I'm fed up of leaving puddles everywhere. Not to mention ruining bed linen. Also, didn't you say mine was salty at some point?
Yes.
Yeah, it's seawater. You rain out. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, but this one is different. Similar, but different.
Right. Well, while people are doing that, I'm going to talk fast. Have you tried casting spells since that's happened? I haven't seen you do much since.
I have not. I'm a little apprehensive of using my abilities since then.
Well, you did heal Thori.
You're outside.
He's outside, God.
I am outside. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thought you did heal me.
Or yeah, that was like that was
pigeon.
healthy healing magic. That wasn't like spooky necromancy stuff though.
Do you think you can still use the spooky necromancy stuff? Or are you just not feeling up to it?
Well, I might not try that spell again for a while. But as far as I can tell, apart from being down a hand, I'm all right. If anything, I mostly just have a lot to process, I think. While that happened, I did have a vision and encounter when I was rendered unconscious briefly, which is how I got this mark that you have noticed.
Do you want to know how I got these scars?
Do you want to know how I got this mark?
Like a Batman.
I think this is the symbol of the god of justice. That is the line of questioning they pursued when they met me.
Well, if I remember right, Hamish got his glass from his patron, and I think he said he stepped away from his previous patron, right?
Something like that.
No, I didn't worship any god beforehand.
Shut up,
But...
Hamish, you're outside.
How do you think Alta feels about that?
I am honestly unsure. I am now sporting two brands, one from each of them. It's unclear if they are competing or allied gods.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. At this point, the first mark you had is still there, but it seems like he has lost his energy.
Okay.
I should think death and justice might go hand in hand, but the power I felt from the first one seems to have faded slightly.
So it is like you have two sugar daddies.
But
cries in Warlock.
I'm not sure about that one.
Why don't we go and test out to see if you can do the same things you could before?
While you do that, I'll work on your shield so you can attach to it.
Thank you. I would appreciate that. Speaking of that, well, I'd better go outside, rather not cause a commotion.
If we step outside,
I start working on the shield.
I guess now's as good a time as any to try casting after that experience.
and I'll cast just a simple chill touch and conjure the skeletal hand like coming out of the stump.
Yep. Oh, that's cool. The spell works normally.
Yeah. It would make an attack roll, but it's not attacking anything. It just appears for a second and then vanishes.
Is that somatic?
You guys are level
It is
5, right?
in somatic. Level 5, yeah.
Yep.
Just checking something. Would it be too much? Nah.
What about something more complicated?
Sure. I'll sort of try and do somatic gestures as much as possible.
Yep.
And try and conjure the scythe, the the black energy scythe that I've conjured many times in the past.
Spiritual weapon scythe.
Yep. Does it successfully complete?
Yep. Completely normal.
I was about to say, we did make the Naruto reference before, but it's just like Sasuke using jutsus with one hand.
Yep.
Yeah. What does it look like when he's cast these spells?
Like, do you mean like how I flavor my spells, or do you mean how does it look now that I have one
Yeah,
hand?
like how does it function? Like obviously, like normal spellcasters would need like their focus and like the hands. So I'm just curious how it happens.
I mean, what is your focus again?
I have a holy symbol of altar, which is the scales, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think I.
If it's
yeah,
like
I-
on a pendant or something, you could technically use it.
Yeah. It was just like on a pendant. Like usually fairly obscured under the cloak, but like, for the purposes of this, you'd take it out and sort of.
While this is going on outside, I would like to also try something experimental with magic. I'm gonna walk outside and say, only fire-based people should probably be closer than 10 feet to me. And after that warning,
Does this warning happen out loud?
Oh, absolutely.
I hear fire and I run over. Fire.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame in my hand under the rain. And I want to see if the Produce Flame is at all affected by the rain.
It seems to lower down the flame a bit.
Yeah, but it should still cast.
But yeah, it still casts normally. The flame just doesn't seem as bright.
Normally, but
Just-
it doesn't seem as bright
Mhm.
because the magical fire is being affected by the magical water, where normal water would probably not be affected.
Yep.
And this whole conversation is going on in out loud in like within earshot of Naldo. This is bad. This is very, very bad. I do not like this at all. I am feeling quite uneasy. A roof over my head for the one night in the last 20 years may actually be a good thing.
So the night goes by.
Just a point of clarification, Tom reminded me, I do actually have the knife. Like, I do still have the holy symbol, but like,
You also
have
use the knife.
scalpel.
Yeah. I mean,
but like, I've got another hand, right? So I can still have that.
yeah, and you could have the scalpel attached to the shield or something and cast through the shield.
If you want me to do that, I can do that.
The night goes by normally.
Hammer
You
that
sleep.
bitch on.
And in the morning, you hear knocks on your doors, and the elf
I
is there.
stepped outside again.
Okay, so the ones that are in rooms, he knocks on the door. The innkeeper. Sir, the elders have asked to see you. All of you, actually.
They ask for us by name?
They asked for the ones who are staying here, the new ones, the newcomers.
Okay, great.
That's not
That sounds interesting. We will be ready in a little bit. Is this a urgent matter or is this of
They say
normal discussion?
urgent, so get ready as quickly as you can and meet them at the hut.
Okay.
Naldo, get some business cards ready.
Yeah,
Yes. I would like to ascertain the nature of this call prior to the business cards being thrown around willy-nilly.
What should the party name be for this mission?
I believe we're still the Lotus Eaters.
Well, we're acting abroad, so it'd be our CIA. It'd be the Corporation of
Chaos
Can't remember what you
Industries
wrote it down.
Associates.
Whatever you say, sis. I'll be heading down back to the tavern.
No.
Great, thanks, Slim.
We have the guild name, then we have we just change the party name whenever we feel like
Yeah.
it. What should we do for this mission?
This isn't a new mission.
Let's find out what it is first.
I think WCS Incorporated will do just fine at the beginning.
So you're gonna head there straight ahead, like you've been asked to.
Yes, we will definitely collect Hamish on the way and inform him of what's been going on.
You get taken to the middle hut, where a group of 8 elders await you. 3 on one side of the table, 4 on the other one, and 1 at the top of the table. This one is seems to be the most distinctive one. He seems very similar to a druid. He's an elf, has a long, thick beard, greyish in color. This man is old. You don't know how old, but he's old. So,
having spent time with druids, do I feel like this man has been here for more than a millennia?
Make an insight check.
With druids, it could
Absolutely. If an
Elven
elf
druids
lived
are whack,
700
yeah.
years, and a druid at a certain...
Even just an elf, an old elf is old.
What, elven druids could live up to 100,000 years almost?
Yeah, because of the thing that they have that they can age slower.
Body, I think,
Yeah.
I believe it's 70,000.
You're not entirely sure, but you think he might be on the 400 to 600 scale.
Oh, okay. So not a millennia, only a couple of centuries. Okay.
Only.
Yes.
Yeah, as if I would give you a character over the age of the known history.
Is 600 not like a little bit above middle age for an elf? Or is it old?
No, this is old.
This is old for an elf, but not necessarily old for a druid.
Yeah.
They live a long time.
So, you are the ones we heard appeared out of nowhere, outside of our town, a few moments after this rain started disrupting the forest.
Question, did you see the imp?
Yes.
5 silver.
I hand him the money.
And not as that, tremors as well. Would you be involved in those tremors as well as these natural disasters that have been happening around here?
I would like to point out that these disasters are unnatural.
Yes.
Just for clarification.
I presumed so, since they all came at the same time. Immediately after the historian left as well.
The historian?
If you took notes last session, you remember who the historian is.
Yeah, that's who we came here to talk to.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was something we heard in this campaign or if I was just mixing up with the other campaign, so I just wasn't saying it.
So the historian left. Damn it, we were trying to find him.
Yeah, he went to this old temple in the mountains north of here. Said he was searching for some places of power.
That temple to the goddess of the wind, by any chance?
The temple of what?
To the goddess of the wind.
I think it was a more general Morumora temple. So maybe all of the gods were worshipped there. I presume Gaoth was also worshipped there.
To to answer your question with another question, the likelihood of us popping into an existence in your forest outside of your town could have been brought on by the rain, but also could have been brought on by a wrathful deity of some sort.
That we have no connection to whatsoever.
Make a deception check.
I need to do it. I need to say the dumb shit. God damn it, Tori. I hate it.
Deception check.
He was funny because he said, "We have nothing to do with this god."
God.
I'm a lovable idiot, Josh.
So I will give you two options. One, you face justice. Two, you try to find a historian and bring him back.
That one.
For what?
Well, okay,
what do you
wait.
think can happen?
I like option 2, but
Second one.
what?
What do you mean by
you're accusing
justice?
us? Are you accusing us of something? Is that what you're saying?
Disrupting the natural order. The Druid Council would have your asses.
Where's the evidence that we've
I mean,
done
that's
anything?
fair.
He points at Thori.
I'm a drug. Thori just lifts up his hands. I'm a drug addict.
It's
You're
true.
not
Yes.
helping
You're
things.
racist, isn't
Right.
I'm not lying.
The drugs have nothing to do with it. We do drugs all the time. Drugs are part of the natural order.
But
That
I
is
do-
not called into question.
The elven elder looks at Naldo. Word.
He was saying that we aren't involved because you're clearly insinuating that, not that we are.
I asked. He lied.
I do cocaine.
I do
He's
believe
got
that.
the
Right, you're all
Again,
you're digging
yeah,
a hole
right,
for
right.
it. Just stop talking.
I do a shit ton of coke. Every
Okay.
time, at once. It's very bad.
I'm going
My
to
life
go
is a
over
mess.
to him
Furry,
and
furry.
Druid craft a
Shush.
gag and gag him.
Thori continues to explain himself while gagged.
Apologies.
It's okay. I've
We've
seen
been
such.
meaning to talk to the historian anyway, so I don't see the harm in trying to bring him back as well.
Plus, I don't feel like talking with the Druid Council. So, yeah. Option B. Option let's help out and be kind and generous individuals, part of the WCS collective.
Towards this group that just is accusing us of causing natural or unnatural disasters.
Yeah.
We don't know what they've done to bring upon a god's wrath, but that's not
Wait.
our business.
Well,
WCS Solutions would be happy to assist you in recovering the historian.
Yeah, for our normal fee.
I will cast Druid Craft and then the gag falls away.
Would you like to buy a Roomba?
Put the gag back on.
I will re-gag him doubly, and this time there will be a ball-shaped plant right there with a spike.
There's an
that will-
apple, an apple.
As he approaches you, Josh, he says, "You know that Lady Shadow Moon would have your head for this if you don't prove worthy. You know that Lady Shadow Moon is the leader of like the Druid Council, also known as the Emerald Enclave."
Yeah. Let's not fuck with her greenness, and we'll help Mr. History Man as we already have intended to.
Please call me by my name, Hashenford.
Hashenford?
Ashenford Thorinbow.
Call me by mine. Bite me.
He's not that sexual all the time. Apologies.
He speaks of justice for potentially being involved with the cause of these natural disasters, but it does strike me that it would be more in line with justice to help mitigate the impacts of such disasters if it were even true.
Or even to suss out the individual who's causing these actual unnatural disasters to occur and sort of bring them to justice.
You look at me really pointedly.
No, that was just
Okay.
that was just a general sort of suggestive.
You weren't like
head nod.
You weren't like, yeah,
I
we need
wasn't
to bring you to
intent-
fucking justice, Faust.
No, that was more of a suggestive head nod towards the guy facing my head away from you.
Right.
Yes, so the historian might be our best lead on addressing that.
What did you say? Sorry.
You just blanked.
Oh, okay.
Did I?
Didn't you?
Oh, I just said,
So, yes, the historian might be our best lead on addressing that.
yeah, anyway, carry on.
Well, if you head up to the north, you should be able to find the door that leads into the temple. You have 2 days max to bring him back.
Are we able to swing it to 2.5, just in case something really, really terrible happens?
I would give you 4 days, just because I'm feeling nice today.
Thank you. By the way, you may have heard of my last name, Chiesa. If not, hi, Ronaldo.
I will not comment on it.
I know.
I would like to try and take out the gag.
It's spiky.
I
It's
am-
like a thorn bush.
Ouch.
It's just a thorn bush beard gag that you're dealing with right
Luckily,
now.
I don't have a gag reflex.
Fuck's sake.
Every time your tongue flicks around, it rubs against a spiky point on
Do
the
you
inside
have-
of the ball.
Thori has done a lot of kinky shit.
Anyway, if we've only got 4 days, I think we should be leaving before he tries to say anything. Let's go.
Absolutely. As we are exiting, I will say, just say a parting gift. May the winds ever be in your favor.
So, you gonna make your way straight to the place they told you?
Well, from my
Unless there's
knowledge,
supplies we need, I think we should head out.
from my knowledge of
Right.
the land, do I feel like the temple will cause us any undue stress if we were to just head there straight without any supplies?
Not sure.
How far away is it?
Well,
I mean, make sure we have our normal rations and
yeah, I need
ammo
I need
and
to
all that.
resupply on rations, but that's
Yeah.
presumably easily done. Is there somewhere we can just pick up some rations?
I'm still pretty well stocked on rations. I could like split some if you guys want.
What are they, 5 silver a piece? Plus, we can't. How many? Like 15 or 14 more lizards as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We have lizards, but
We
I
are at,
definitely need to create some more natural ration options.
We are at 7
and,
lizards, I believe.
Yep.
We are
I
at
have been counting them, all of them. And we have already gone through the live ones. Faust cooked them up one night on the boat.
You did.
we
Yeah.
are still at 12 lizards fried.
Not count, no, because there was some roleplay moments where I like snatched out a lizard. So I'm pretty sure we
Okay.
are at 7 or 8.
So, are you gonna make your way to the mountain?
We're gonna,
We will
yeah,
grab
try and find a way to
some-
resupply on rations. and then head north.
There's a small grocery shop on the south of the city.
Perfect. How creative can we get with maximizing the amount of rations? Because
Over
of the
here.
bag of holding.
Yeah, one.
Oh,
The
by
map's
way,
dark for me.
Is
the
it?
map's dark.
Really?
I see a black square.
I didn't put any
I think. Yeah,
dynamic lightning
drag-
on it.
Yeah, drag your token and you'll start seeing it.
Lightning.
Can you
I
see now?
feel like, yep.
Yeah.
If we were to pool our resources and buy out, let's say, 30 rations, and stash them all in the bag of holding.
So you're gonna buy rations at the shop. There's a young
Oh, sure.
elf lady working there.
Young half-elf lady.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Miss, hi.
She speaks in Quori at first. Hey, yes?
Switch immediately over to Quarry. Common would be best for my friends, but
Oh,
if you have
sorry, I
something specific-
apologize. It's usually we only get nationals here.
All good.
Is your friend okay?
Back to Common.
Trust me, it's for the best.
Yeah. He likes his fried lizards, and we already are well stocked on those, unfortunately. We are interested in some provisions for a longer trip.
We have some dry foods, some dried meats, and some dried vegetables.
Also, do you sell vegetable seeds here?
We do.
Fantastic. How much are you willing to part with of the dried vegetables and meats?
Well, per ration, 5 silver.
Perfect. Can we maximize that to like 15 gold worth of food?
That would be 5, 10. That's yeah, that would be 30 rations. Sure.
Just filling up the bag of holding.
Fantastic.
Wait, 15 gold?
15 gold.
Yeah.
That would be over 50, isn't it? That's 75 rations.
No, because it's 10 silver per gold, so a 5 silver ration.
So if it's 15 gold, it's 150 silver. That's 75. You want 100 gold worth, 10 gold worth, which is 100 silver.
No, silver is worth 10 silver is worth 1 gold. You're thinking of Electrum.
No, if it's 15 gold, it's 150 silver.
Yeah.
And then at 5 silver apiece.
Divided by 5. Yeah, 75 is half. No, you're fine. You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. My math is going shit crazy.
You're doing wrong math.
Yeah.
All good.
I was dividing by 2 because I'm looking at the weight.
We're using Electrum.
No, I'm looking at the weight.
Exactly.
So
using Electrum, it would come up to the same value.
I will immediately hand over 15 gold, and then ask for.
She starts like stocking them up in towers.
1 gold, 5 silver from everyone.
What sort of seeds are you looking for?
I was actually just looking to start off with onions, carrots, and peppers.
How much would you be looking for?
I would only need a small bag of each, at most 5 seeds apiece.
Okay. So around a pound?
Oh God, a pound of seeds is massive.
Yeah. Half a pound?
Probably a quarter pound of seeds.
Okay, that would be 2 copper.
2 copper, absolutely. I'm gonna grow a garden yet. So if everyone can pass me 1 gold, 5 silver. Perfect. So
Hamish has paid my 5 silver with the bet.
Okay. Now you're gonna make your way up there?
Actually, before that, still with the gag on, I would like to approach the woman, and I just go, Roomba. It's the only word you can understand.
I don't know what.
Pick him up and carry him out.
I don't know what she said, but have a nice day to you too.
Yes, thank you, miss. Very helpful.
Okay, you make your trail to the mountains. It takes you around 3-4 hours. And you reach the place that the man described. There's a door with a face.
Hello, door.
The door replies, hello. The door actually replies. It's not me joking. The door replies.
And this is why Morimore throws curveballs at you left, right, and center. Welcome back.
If you wish to come in, an answer you must give.
No kidding.
An answer you must give. What is the nature of the answer, my friend?
Pronounced as one letter, and written with three. 2 letters there are, and 2 only in me. I'm double, I'm single, I'm black, blue, and grey. I'm red from both ends, and the same either way. What am I?
Okay, you're gonna need to write that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down.
I think I might have it, but I want to see it written out first.
Yeah.
Pronounced as one letter.
Yeah.
Written with 3. 2 letters there are, and 2 in me. I'm double, I'm single, I'm black, blue, and gray. I'm red with both ends, and the same either way. So it's a palindrome.
Yeah, I think I've got it, but
Yeah,
I'm not gonna jump straight in case people want to have some fun with it.
Yeah. Do we just want to say it?
I mean, you can say.
Is it I?
Yeah,
UIE?
it's I.
Of course it is.
The door opens
black,
up,
blue, and gray.
and that's where we end the session.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
God, I can't believe Josh gagged me.
Kinky.
With a spiky ball gag, you spicy little teeth.
That's very kinky.
And I thought he was the
Well, we only have 2 viewers now, and I assume that probably some of us are the viewers.
Actually, no.
Oh,
No?
Holy shit, there's 2 people watching.
there's actually 2 people watching. What the fuck's wrong with
Wow,
people?
okay. That suddenly got a lot better.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No accounting for taste.
Thanks for the people who watched. This has been the end of the session. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for more worst case scenario.
And to whoever subscribes on the YouTube channel, you will receive your very own Thori gag.
You won't.
No, you won't. I don't think anyone would want that. They would unsubscribe after that.
It's gonna be.
They're banned in
really
they're banned in
pointy
52
and-
states.
For each subscription, we will gag Thori once.
Oh yes, that people will subscribe.
Tell you what, if we get 50 subscriptions by the end of the next session, Thori will gag himself for the entire session.
Zé will gag himself in real life and talk gagged.
I'll do it.
ultimate account.
Okay,
Or possibly of his own accord, anyways. But
so
please
Yeah,
don't.
I fully believe he'd do that. If we
to
got that
everyone
many.
watching now, or maybe later in the YouTube channel or in the Twitch channel, see you next week.
Yeah, bye.
Have a good day.